가 대신에 money dance on a private jet 여긴 닿을 수 없는 거 올려놔 boss 하늘 위로 떨어지는 너를 looking like demons 자식 날고 기는 것들은 전부 천했지 왜처럼 증오들은 나의 밑거른 죄다 좁아져도 너의 시선은 어느새 풀려 숨죽여 Hey you better you turn when I pull up Can't slow me down down 나 끝이 없는 ride 멈출 수가 없잖아 I'm that oh so hero 망설임 없이 주사 위로 여전히 예상 못한 곳으로 향하지 like we to go 온도가 돈이라면 bands on me 더 세게 괴롭혀봐 나를 rain on me 다가서면 bang bang 전부 걸어 게임처럼 너의 고개를 떨굴 때는 dance on it 모두 몸에 걸어 눈이 빛나는 걸로 전부 걸치고 난 이 노래는 것들일 거야 발밑에 쫓아와도 너는 절대 못 껴 넘어질 배포도 없는 애들은 no 따라오지 못하는 건 내 알바가 아니지 그래서 the boys not my type 아니 거리동이 틈에 판이 바뀌지 이기는 건 당연하니 cause my type 시시하게 겉으로만 판단하겠지 웃는 얼굴 어서 저렇게 잘 받아 멍청한 애들이 여기 자꾸 넘치니 박아겠어 네 몫을 내못 가 느리게만 보여 눈이 핑 돌아가는 놈들을 한 곳으로 모여 참 we ride 머리 위로 투 그래서 이건 누가 대신에 money dance on a private jet 여긴 닿을 수 없는 곳 올려 나와 bus 하늘 위로 떨어지는 나를 느끼 like demons 자식 나고 기는 것들은 전부 천했지 왜처럼 증오들은 나의 밑거는 꽤나 좁아져도 눈의 시선은 어느새 풀려 숨죽여 Hey you better you turn when I pull up Can't slow me down, down 나 끝없는 ride 멈출 수가 없잖아 I'm that oh so hero 망설임 없이 주사 위로 여전히 예상 못한 곳으로 향하지 like we to go Told them myself I'm so bossy, I'm so bad I told them myself I'm so bossy, I'm so bad I told them myself I'm so bossy, I'm so bad I told them myself You can drive me crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Middle of the night, you just do it right. Temperature is rising, you got what I like. You got
My name is Miles Dean. I'm the director and head coach of esports here at George Fox University.
Some really good stuff on the
The moment that led to this was we've played this team multiple times throughout the entire academic year. We played them in the fall, and then we also played them here in the spring. And it felt like to make amends to each program because there's been a lot of animosity built between them, that I thought it was best that we host this in-house. And what better way to put a championship on the line in Nace Starleague to take it to the next level. And it tremendously means a great amount to us in our program to host a live event such as this nature. The state of Oregon has never had a live event in collegiate esports, and especially in Nace Starleague, that has involving of a championship match of this caliber.
So I'm Wayne Ebenroth. I'm the esports director out at University of Idaho. We're out here for the championship match in Valorant in the Nace League. Thought this would be a fun trip, and Miles had sent the invitation to come out here as soon as we realized we were both definitely playing in the championship, and thought it'd be a lot of fun and a good experience for our Valorant players to get an in-person match.
My name is Sim. My gamer tag is Lightning. Yeah, so I would say the character that we're looking at for the most is going to be definitely Cheese, who's the captain of their team. We've seen him put up some really good numbers in some of their previous games, so we're definitely confident that he can frag and has that potential, so we're going to try to shut him down.
My name is Jacob Holloway, and I go by Cheese. I feel like we've prepared very well for this. Leading up to this, we had a couple scrims coming in, and we had a new player recently added a couple weeks ago, and I think that he's meshed really well with the team, and I feel that we're going to prove ourselves tomorrow. I think the one player I personally would like to look out for is Zombie, just because we actually played a game a couple months ago, and there was a little beef on both sides of that, so definitely a little rivalry when it comes to that, but I think he definitely is the best player on that team, and I would like to shut him down tomorrow. And I've been at the higher level stuff in other games, so I think that I can translate that, especially into this game. I know how to play as a team, I know how to lead a team, and I think that that'll help out a lot. You guys put effort into this, we put effort into this, so it's very important to show sportsmanship first, and after that, obviously, there's some celebration that has to be done. So,
I mean, I'm sure it's going to be a good game. So I would say to Idaho, like, GG's. Like, it was fun playing with the guys. I'm glad that they're able to come over, and have this kind of like fun experience, this land.
At the end of the day, this is, it's competitive, it's intense, it's, there's about winning. But when you break it down, we are organizing college students playing video games, and that's a lot. It should be a lot of fun. And if we're not having fun doing that, then we're doing something wrong. So I guess that's what I would say is, win or lose, I expect that we'll have a great time, and look forward to doing stuff like this again in the future with you guys.
Welcome back to another broadcast from George Fox University. This time it's an in-person LAN tournament. Your Bruins taking on the Idaho Vandals. I can't wait to get into it. This time I'm hosting it with Navigator. How you been, Navigator? And welcome to George Fox.
I appreciate the welcome. It's a very pretty campus you guys have here. My first time in Oregon.
Nice.
Yeah, very pretty here. Very, very happy to be here. Took a long drive up here, got some great breakfast today, along with our players, and I'm very excited to see some very, very tense Valorant gameplay today.
I can't wait to get into the action, but tell us a little bit about your background in Valorant, and also tell us a little bit about the Vandals program. Some of us on George Fox don't really know your program all too well, so yeah. I'd like to hear a little insight about that.
Yeah. Well, my personal background in Valorant, I played for a couple years. Tried to take it seriously. I went to come to college and play esports, but as peak silver 1, I don't know how much I would have done for our team here. But instead, I found some footing in the casting side. The program was pretty much brand new when I came to U of I, and I've been gifted with the opportunity to help in its development and watch it grow. Do fun stuff like this LAN event,
nice.
Host other events through other schools. We had a high school invitational that we hosted at our lab at some point, which was a very, very exciting time. And I mean, as for the rest of the program, even though it had its like kind of infancy in the 22-23 school year, it really took off in 23-24. We were given a space in a basement of a building that used to be an old computer lab kind of thing, but we make it work. We were given computers. Thank you so much, still Lenovo. We've had a bunch more teams. I think this year we have like 24 teams. 2 of our other teams have won their finals this year, and considering that, this is literally our first year, like really doing this. I'd say that we've made a lot of ground. I'm excited for how far we've grown. I'm excited to see how far we will go. And this is really just the start of like a beautiful future for the Vandals.
Yeah, let's take a look at the George Fox University lineup, and then we'll go into the Vandals and take a look at how they match up as well. First, for your George Fox University Bruins, we got Adam Avenger, Lightning, Zombie, Cats, and AKC. Your typical lineup for our Academy squad. I cannot wait to get into the action. Again, this is a Nace Starleague Grand Final in-person LAN, first time ever at George Fox. I cannot wait to see how these players line up against the Idaho Vandals.
Yeah. And going into the Vandals, we have our main varsity lineup for our Valorant team. Zombie, who was actually on our JV squad for a little bit before getting subbed in for our varsity team. Scanless in his rookie year, Cheese, our IGL, and here since pretty much the infancy of the program, Blood, one of my favorites personally, And Loftek also in their rookie year making great strides for the team, showing some pretty awesome performance across the board, and showing some huge anticipation for today's game.
And how these teams line up, we'll take a look at some other matchups that will be very, very instrumental later on. But for now, we got to see those, how they line up. Adam Avenger taking on Zombie, and obviously this is a 5v5, but these are typically the interactions they will have across the screen here. Zombie taking on Cheese again, like we saw some of that rivalry happening in our video at the start. We saw that Cheese knows that Zombie is that player to look out for in the George Fox team, and I know Zombie is trying to put them down with some nice placed headshots. And so we'll see how that matchup takes on. And let's take a look at some of these players, some of these live cameras here in our esports arena, and it is again a little bit dim in here, and we like to see that because these players typically play in the nighttime round of things. And you know, we got classes during the day, but nighttime, it's Valorant through and through. And as we take, again, a look at this duelist matchup as well, we'll be able to see that in just a little bit. But thanks again for everybody that tuned in just so far. This is a grand finals match, and I want to keep emphasizing that. It's a big deal, LAN in person. They traveled all the way from Idaho, and now we're looking at this duelist matchup between Cheese and your Bruin Zombie. And this is some ACS KD stats. And as he mentioned, Cheese said it himself, this is the player to look out for on George Fox's roster, and I can say that with certainty. I've played a lot with Zombie, and the improvement we've seen with this individual from the first day till now is crazy.
With Cheese, who I've pretty much been watching since last semester, he's always been an incredibly strong player, no matter what role he's playing. Duelist always seems to fall home to him, though. It's where he strides best about leading his team into certain fights, as well as being able to make calls even from beyond the dead. Always been a very strong and sometimes aggressive player, but I think that's what makes him truly special.
Yeah, confidence is key for that duelist role because you're going into a lot of uncharted territory and you have to be self-sufficient, although that initiator does help you take that space. If you're on that jet roll, you're dashing into that smoke and you're hoping they don't headshot you in that clouded cover. And as we take a look at this Sentinel lineup, I know this is a big deal when it comes to these players as well. As much as the duelist is an essential role, the Sentinel is also typically a self-sufficient, situation, especially on that defensive side of things. You need to be able to play off your own utility really well and set up your teammate for success. And so let's take a look at that when we get a chance. But Zombie and Cheese, I definitely am going to be seeing them in that kill feed very often. So I hope to see how they play into each other and maybe some of that rivalry come to fruition in the esports arena as well. But let's take a look at that Sentinel lineup and how they match up. We'll take a look at a controller lineup as well. And as these controllers line up, it's going to be AKC, one of the underrated players of the George Fox roster. You see it from the ACS and the KD. They are just consistently in clutch scenarios and just doing a fantastic job. And tell us a little bit about Blood.
Blood, again, like I had mentioned earlier, one of my personal favorite players. Do like to poke fun at him a little bit during streams sometimes. Will have a tiny bit of a tendency to run around with his knife in some unfortunate situations, but overall an incredibly strong controller. I remember a lot of his very important plays during last semester. I'm pretty sure it was a Breeze clip. So often carrying on that Viper. Always knows his lineups, knows where to throw his orbs, and is very, very knowledgeable about both his playstyle, his maps, and how he can help his team in the role.
And I'd like to take a look at some of these keys to victory from George Fox's team. This is essential things that coaches have told us that they've been really instrumental in helping these players get ready for today. And so I'd like to take a look at those when we get a chance. because those are kind of the building blocks for how they're going to play today as a team and cohesive unit. You know, you have some things that you individually assign to yourself as like, this is what I need to do today to have success, but then there's those things that the coach overarching says, these are the 3 main things I want you guys to focus on, because I've seen you lacking that in practice, or just things that you'll have success with to the day. And so let's take a look at those keys to victory from George Fox. And your keys to victory from George Fox. Number 1, knowledge of the maps is power, and that's something that we know within team compositions, positioning, and lurk timings, and all of it goes hand in hand with this multi-staged layered onion that is Valorant. And going into the second one, we have economy management, something that is crucial and instrumental, especially on save rounds or that bonus buy round. If you win pistol, you win that second round. That third round, communication is very heavy on your team because you have to work around utility, abilities, and then lesser weapons when they have Vandals and things of that nature. Communication is your best weapon as the number 3 for the George Fox team. I talked to the coach earlier today, and he said that this is going to be the main reason George Fox can win this game, and that's communication and coordination when it comes to economy, maps, power. And let's take a look at those Vandals keys to victory as well.
From Cheese, something that he cares a lot about for his team is lurks and awareness mid-round. It's very easy to get lost in the heat of the moment, maybe forget to check a couple corners, forget to watch your flank, and that is something where GFU has had us before, and making sure that we're very aware of that as we go into today's games is incredibly important in finding our success, especially playing scared. Again, heat of the moment kind of thing, you may be able to, or you may find yourself playing a little too patient, you may play a little too slow throughout the round, and that often becomes to our detriment in our round. And again, spacing is another huge issue. Cheese wants us to make sure that we're playing in pairs, that we're playing making sure that we're always putting ourselves up for success in trades, so that way we are able to, fortunately, take more numbers off, get better picks, and not lead ourselves into two situations where we get picked off all across the rest of the map.
Yes, and I can't wait to get into some map vetoes as well, seeing which teams have been practicing more on other maps. I saw that a lot of the teams were talking about Icebox as being potentially that first map for both teams. They're very, very excited for that. But as we take a look at Lotus, my personal favorite map, it's the most beautiful one there is in existence when it comes to Valorant. There's a lot of, not necessarily ugly maps, but very neutral maps. And then there's ones like Lotus that are very beautiful. And I'm super excited. I'm already hearing some of the Idaho Vandals getting so excited for the game, and I can't wait to get into the action. I'm so thrilled to be here, and I cannot wait to get into some gameplay and see how energized these guys get when it comes to the competition. A grand final match between two teams.
Working so hard towards today, and last year as well. You know, we kind of got to the same situation. And for our first year, having gotten that far into the tournament was definitely an honor. And to see us back here with even like a bit of a new roster, new skills, new strategies for every map, new entire game plans for how we want to take this. I'm happy to see how things have evolved in our team and how that's going to affect our gameplay in the competition here today. And you know, where this could lead us in the future as a program and as our Valorant team. They do a lot of stuff outside of the Nace and the other collegiate leagues that we play in as well, and you know, always trying to make sure that they're staying sharp for stuff like this. So
I completely agree. One of the most essential things when it comes to esports is having time outside the arena. As much as you want to just hard grind the game or just work on mechanics or all kinds of facets of things, but I think it's so essential for all these players to be able to have that alleviation, get some sunlight, get some vitamin D, and then work into the arena as well. And having that life balance is crazy and fun. And I just want to mention again, I believe the first ban is going to be Ascent, and then the first map pick is going to be Icebox. So like I mentioned with that ban of Ascent, that was, I believe, George Fox's ban. I talked to them in prior. And then we work into that pick of the map of Icebox, and I saw both teams strategizing different compositions. And to quote Zombie, I don't think it matters what they prepare for. I'm going to shoot them in the head. And so that's what he said. And I'm super excited to see how that confidence builds. And I love that from a duelist player. It's pretty standard. And it looks like Vandals pick Lotus.
Yes, a map that we're very strong, very confident on. We put in a lot of practice on Lotus for sure, and definitely our probably most comfortable map that we've learned so far. Seeing Icebox from GFU as well makes no surprise to me. I saw them last time we played it. They are very, very strong on Icebox. Lots of vertical play that I've seen their comps for, and very leans heavily into that kind of map. So might see some very dominant gameplay from GFU when we hit that pick.
Yeah, and if it goes to map 3, it's going to be Sunset. It's the newest map brought to Riot Games as Valorant, and it is enjoyed by some, very disliked by many, but it will be our map pick for if it goes to map 3. I'm, fingers crossed. As much as I love George Fox, I want it to be a game of 3. I want to see, one team take map 1, one team take map 2, and then it just be this crazy finale of map 3 to be a decider. But one thing to note for George Fox's team, they're also super confident on Lotus. So they're super excited that is your guys' map pick as well. But confidence only works so much as you practice, and so I'm hoping to see a lot of confidence and that A main fight. A lot of teams just fight A main. They work really hard on that, and so I can't wait to get into the action as soon as we can. But Icebox, again, will be a little bit interesting because I haven't seen Vandals play on Icebox, but I've seen them both compete on Lotus, and it was a crazy, I think it was like 13-15 or something in an overtime situation. So both teams are very confident, and it comes down to the wire when it comes to this game, and I'm just so excited to see also the team comps, what both teams decide to play within agent selection for these maps. Any excitement for you? Like, what have you been seeing them play on Lotus for the audience?
So from what I've seen from their practice sessions and stuff like that, mostly lots of defensive stuff. Something that is definitely a little bit hard for them at times. And playing on Lotus, usually when you're trying to go in from CT or going through Waterfall, those are very hard spots to push at times. Our offensive plays as well. You guys play learning how to do specific time pushes, learning what comps to use, what abilities to use, like how and when, what combos and stuff like that. We've looked at a lot of VODs from previous games where we played Lotus and kind of been swindled unexpectedly, and making sure that we're covering our bases, making sure that we know where we're falling short and how to cover our losses. Something that I was a little bit scared of, at least hearing last night Lightning talk in their interview about preparing a lot of counter strats. And we worked very hard on like our main strats for offensive and defensive strategies. So seeing how teams practice is going to play into their game tonight is very, very anxiety inducing.
Yeah. And one thing to note, I throw this word around all the time, and if you're frequent in the George Fox broadcast, you will know I talk about proactive and reactionary all the time. And as much as you can be proactive, if you can't react when they counter strat you, it's really, really hard. And so you saying that, adds a little bit of a smile to my face. But I'm still excited to see how the Vandals react as well, because as much as you can have these set strats set up, if they don't play how you've played into other people's scrimmages, like if you're used to playing a Killjoy on C site for Lotus and they have a Cypher or they have a Deadlock, who knows? We could see a Deadlock from a team here, even though it's never played, and I just want to see Deadlock more in the meta. But anyways, you can only counter strat as much as you're scrimming and how you're kind of readily available and seeing how people play in, competitive or those scrims. It's really, really essential to be able to react to those situations. And so again, I love seeing an IGL be proactive, especially when you have that confidence build up. When you're down rounds, so it's really hard to be proactive unless you have those ultimates. If you don't have ultimates and economy, then you're just sitting there just hoping, right? You're gambling on B site, you're gambling A site, and you're just saying, these are the tendencies that they have. This is what we're kind of working towards, but it's really, really hard, and I hope that both teams are playing to their best ability today.
Yeah. Seen some footage of the Vandals here. or the wall behind him anyway. Yeah, there we go. Very very excited to get in the 8 select here. Very excited to see how things are going to go between both games here. I know the last time that we played GFU, even if we did take that game, was still a very, very tense game.
Yes.
And seeing us back here in person playing against GFU for the grand finals of this conference is exciting and anxiety-inducing. You know, I feel a lot for these players, and I want them to do well. But at the end of the day, it's all about competition. May the best teams succeed.
Or may George Fox succeed. But no, I totally agree. I want to see a really strong showing from both teams playing to the best of their ability. I know how hard it can be because I've also competed on teams in the fire, and so I know how anxiety and, again, stressful situations. And again, for a lot of these teams, it's the first time they're competing in person in a LAN setting. And so there's even more high hopes. There's even more things on the line because they can see their competition. They can point at each other and say, hey, why'd you do that? Why'd you tuck in that cubby and hide from me? Why'd you trigger discipline me? Like, what's going on, you know? And so it's crazy to see how fun this can be, but how stressful it can be as well being in person. Again, thank you guys for showing up to the esports arena in the random spot in Oregon that we exist, but we appreciate you guys being able to take some time out of your day and make this an in-person LAN, which is so fun for the players. I know I always wanted an in-person LAN, and I never got one, and so to be able to be in this position where I'm in an in-person LAN, but casting is so fun, and I'm so thankful that you guys made the trip over here, Navigator. And it's going to be, map number 1 is going to be actually Lotus. It's not going to be Icebox. So we're going to get into the action as soon as we can. But again, Lotus, the map both you and I have mentioned that we're very strong for. And now we're going to get into some team compositions from both teams, and I can't wait to eat away at what I'm seeing here. And it's going to be a single smoke composition from University of Idaho Vandals, and it's that double controller composition from George Fox. And so can't wait to see how both these teams play, but that Gecko essential on both teams, you know how strong it is with some of those lineups and dizzy moments. And so I just cannot wait to see how they play this round out. But again, double controller, typically good for playing slow and kind of eating away at some lurk timings. And then on the side of University of Idaho Vandals, typically you want to play a little bit faster on that, maybe even playing retake because those, you know, team comps are a little bit harder. But you do have that fade for information on the side of George Fox. And then really the only information you have on the Vandal side is going to be that Gecko.
Ooh, very nice first pick from AKC, already moving in, clearing out Waterfall and allowing the rest of their team to get onto site. Already seeing the Vandals down in numbers. Could be a little bit tense. For Cheese currently walking through the link area right now, trying to figure out what the next plan is. You can see the rest of the Vandals slowly grouping up in pairs. As we mentioned before, some playing in Waterfall, some playing in CT. Did see Cheese get picked off by Cats. But Blood going back for the cleanup on Zombie. The spike is down. They're slowly running out of time to continue on that pursuit, especially in terms of health across the board. It's looking a little bit scarce, but GFU has the defense. The Molly down, finishing off Blood. Cat's taking out Zombie. Scanless finding himself too, but AKC finding that last kill on Scanless to finish out that round as the spike unfortunately does not detonate, but still a point to the Bruins.
Yeah, Bruins taking map, or not map, round number 1, pistol round, essential to build confidence and momentum, but no ultimates online quite yet. But again, that lurk timing essential for a double controller setup. AKC gets that essential pick, and again, we have Mosh. We have 2 swarm grenades. There's a lot of post-plant utility George Fox has. They want to get that wingman to plant that spike, say howdy ho, and it works out well. And now it's an early A main aggression from Idaho Vandals.
Yes, already seen that wall up from GFU. Seen a short altercation between Lofttech and I believe it was Zombie over there. slowly backing away, not trying to take this fight just yet. You see Zombie already pushing up, playing very confident here, trying to see if they can try and clean anything up from around this area over here. Very, very quick altercation. Adam finding a kill on Scanlon. Zombie taking out Loftek. It's just Zombie playing on his own, who was fortunately taken out by Adam Avenger. And that second round going to the Bruins.
Bruins taking that second round, but that's pretty typical. That's pretty typical for if you win pistol, you have that weapon advantage. And so it's exciting to see, but again, pretty normal. Now this third round is really, really hard for George Fox to be able to utilize. And again, we see Cats taking out Blood, Lightning taking out Cheese. And again, this last little pick from Adam Avenger, a nice little wall bang headshot there, and it works out in George Fox's favor. And again, that early A-main aggression, we see that from both teams typically. So George Fox is saying, hey, we like that C-bomb site now. Dizzy getting a few instrumental informations on George Fox. They see and they know 2 players are towards C site, but nothing quite essential as of yet.
I think it's very good that they ended up using that Dizzy. I've seen them use that in practice before. It's a very good way to clear that C area, and considering, they played C2 rounds in a row, very good information to try and gather there. See Cheese going for the jump peek out of stairs for some additional information. Some George Fox players playing over in the A main area. Looks like some going through 3, 1 going through main. But we do have some UI players on the site. Still going to see the Bruins get that spike down. Very fast pushes for plant, something that we're going to have to grow used to. They're very good at that aggression, that offense there. And I don't know if we're fast enough to anticipate sometimes. Do you see that nade going into tree, taking a little bit of damage off of Lightning? Adam Avenger is going to find that first kill on Lost. AKC finding a 2 for himself. Scanless finding, nice 2. Zombie finding the third on Zombie. It's a 2-2 fight across the board. And though the spike is down, we aren't able to get on it. Adam Avenger finding those last 2 on Zombie and Scanless, and finishing out the third round once again for the Bruins.
Bruins getting that bonus, and that's a crazy replay we're going to take a look at here. You see them take a little bit of pick shots, enough damage to get that little bit to poke them off, get the pick, and then the transfer. And that's a huge round for George Fox. And now we see some ultimates coming online for both teams. We have the showstopper, a potential thrifty for University of Idaho Vandals if they decide to use it. And then we have a lot of confidence now built in George Fox. We have that Thrash online, and we have that TP from Omen. And they might not utilize them unless they see a showstopper online. But again, that huge clutch from Adam Avenger there with that Guardian. The guardrail. And there's nice pick shots from Cheese there, but Adam Avenger comes out on top.
Once again, probably because of the gun advantage there. Loftek taking out Zombie, although fortunately, or unfortunately, getting traded out by Cats. Scanless trying to do some additional damage from some GFU players that he sees in their spawn, but eventually is going to have to fall back for a little bit. Saves butt there. Is a 3v4 fight in GFU's favor. Have the Bruins slowly trying to exit main. Are able to see Scanless playing against the box there. Severe gun and man disadvantage. He's cornered out by the Molly. Forced out, unfortunately taken out by Lightning, and it's going to allow GFU to make their way onto A site. The numbers once again are in the Bruins' favor. The Vandals struggling to find their footing in this half so far. Blood able to find a pick out of the smoke though. AKC finding that kill on Zombie, and Lightning taking out Blood after getting the spike down, leading to another point for GFU.
A lot of confidence building up here, but I want to talk about how attack side of this map is. Although George Fox is up 4-0, you really need 8-4 minimum if you're on a neutral standing. And again, for a lot of the audience that may not be super familiar with Valorant, you kind of see a neutral as 6-6, like a tied-up game. But for this map, because it's so attack-sided, an 8-4 is a neutral standing for a lot of teams. So if Vandal Esports ends up getting 4 rounds here, they're still in a neutral standpoint because of how attacking-sided it is. And now we get to this next round. This is where we're going to start to see the Thrash pop online for George Fox. We're going to see that Showstopper online for Idaho Vandals. So this is going to be a big ultimate round and a neutral default now for George Fox. Although they set up C a lot of the rounds and then hit A pretty quickly with those lurk timings and that kind of adapting with that pressure that Vandals has had A main. Now Vandals gives up A main, and that's both the controllers of George Fox leaning A, trying to see if they get a little bit ratty here and get that information denial by getting a pick. Still a default here, but now George Fox is leaning towards A. They know how much space they have here, and the door is not broken. So they can't get these sight lines. All the smoke's online, and satcheling in with this Thrash. Sight is all but George Fox's.
On my mark.
Do CUI trying to gather behind the site. Zombie taking out Blood as they try and TP on top of the box there for the clear.
Spike planted.
In very important position for the Vandals that they have unfortunately lost. But we do have ults on the ground here, not being used just yet. I feel like the position that we took full site is going to play in our favor. Loptech taking out Zombie, trying to get the Vandals further onto the site. Still have some altercation. Most of the Vandals are able to get onto the site. Scanless taking out Cats from Tree.
One down.
Ooh, Lightning from behind drop, taking out Scanless and Cheese.
Last player
Zombie taking out Adam Avenger, but they're still on 33 health, having to fight against Lightning, against this Spike. Waiting for them to peek out, and they might just go for the stall play. Are going to see Zombie try and go for the push-up, but Lightning is going to swing him just in time, take out Zombie before the defusal, and take another round for GFU. Very unfortunate.
George Fox looking real confident right now. And again, now it's going to be a timeout from the Idaho Vandals, I believe. But again, this lurk timing. I want to talk about this again. The near sight comes into play, and then the essential, if they push me, I have that alarm bot, and then immediately swinging off of it. Beautiful lurk timing. Really good job from Lightning there. And again, that near sight from AKC, just exceptionally timed. Getting Wingman down to, my heart breaks every time I see him go into a blob form, but still, really good job from both teams. And again, how attack side of this map is, just 4 rounds, and Idaho Vandals is back in this game. So it'll be, what are some strategies you might think if you were on the team right now? What would you be calling?
Well, as we mentioned earlier on in the stream so far, we really have to pay attention for lurkers. It's every team's biggest weakness is being able to watch their flanking. If GFU has those counter strats and is able to hide in places we're not expecting, that's how you get those kinds of lurk picks that end up being round deciding. And if we're able to cover our bases on that, usually just having 1 or 2 players trying to cover for the rest of the team's flank can do. We might actually be able to find a round. Right now it is kind of rough. You see the economy is very sparse for the Vandals, mostly buying sheriffs, trying to see what picks they can find, if any, to save their wallets, to potentially get some guns off of GFU, and hopefully give themselves a chance at taking a round before GFU tries to go 12-0.
Yeah, and I genuinely don't think that 12 was going to happen, but if it does, I'll be smiling. But anyways, I like this default, though, from George Fox. It's a neutral standing round. They know they're on sheriffs. If they decided to gamble a site, they don't want to be over-pressured towards it or give them Vandals. Don't give Vandals to the Vandals. And so I really hope to see George Fox play slow, play for those picks. And again, that's what's essential for a double controller comp. You don't have a lot of information you can gather other than dry peeking. And again, from George Fox's side, they don't want to get into some fade information as well. So double controllers lurking up. They're liking this A site, and they see that Viper's Pit come on a line for George Fox. It's going to be AKC planting while Adam Avenger says, hey, welcome to my world.
Now, could be or, you know, objectively is a very tough situation. Seeing Zombie playing drop here, try and clear the top. AKC finding one on Blood. Now Scandalous finds the trade, but Zombie is going to find another 2 for himself there on Zombie and Loft Tech from UI. That Viper ult just making it incredibly hard for the Vandals to play against. Cats finding that last kill on Scanless. And now 0-6 for the Vandals. Looking a little rough at the middle of this half. Looking at the replays here, seeing those very, very important picks from Zombie, once again playing in drop in that final round to end the kill from Cats on Scanless. Positioning issue from us as we try to force our way on the site. Playing against the Viper, playing with a gun disadvantage. The odds were not in our favor for that one.
The odds weren't in your favor and the economy wasn't, but now this is a round where there's 3 ultimates online for both teams, economy's filled, and this is the round that they took the timeout for. They did not take a timeout for that pistol round. They mostly took it for this round right here, and you should see a different Idaho Vandals. If they don't win this round, it's going to be very, very hard to build confidence throughout the rest of this map before that break between maps. And now we see the lockdown in play for Lightning, and they're probably going to want to plant for Mound. They have all this space created. Zombie still has that showstopper, and Wingman making those gobbledygook noises and planting Spike, and it goes down for George Fox.
So far, still a slow push. The Vandals still haven't really been able to make their way on, but we did see AKC playing through Link. It's finding Blood and Scanless from their spawn, and the showstopper from Zombie. Getting some decent damage on Loft Tech into Waterfall.
3 kills.
AKC finding a third on Cheese from Gravel. A rough situation again, not expecting those Lurk players, knowing to prepare for them, but still not being able to react to them in a way that we would hope. We're still not able to get on site for the defuse. Did see Wingman get shot down. We're in the final detonation phase right here, and it seems like the Vandals will not have time to take this. Loft Tech finds the 1 kill for the money, but unfortunately, GFU is going to find that detonation, and that's going to be another round for the Bruins. Now 0-7.
0-7, but they did save a couple rifles in the hands of the Vandals, and so they still can build off of that in this round, make it sort of a thrifty situation here. But again, like you mentioned, you got to watch out for those lurks. You talked about that in your guys' keys to victory, and we haven't seen that really occur as of late. And that's because George Fox has been really, really good about shifting the 3 potential lurkers of their team. I know the Gecko and the Rays of George Fox is going to be typically initiating that site plant and pushing onto site, but Owen can lurk, Viper can lurk, Killjoy can lurk, and those are all different pieces of that puzzle that is leading George Fox into these winning rounds. And now we see Zombie with another headshot onto a Vandals player. 5v4 now.
A rough initial pick, but that lack of defense from the Vandals will very, very importantly play in George Fox's favor. She's taking quite a bit of damage from that shot from the B main area. They're still having to play careful. It doesn't seem like we really know what's going on, and playing against this Omen Smoke is going to be very difficult. We do see Blood take out Zombie, and AKC taking out Scanless for technically a 1-for-1 fight. AKC finishing off Cheese
Enemy remaining.
and finding that third on Zombie from the C area. Still looking incredibly rough. It's pretty much just Blood who's taken out by Cats.
That's right, you tell him.
Unknowingly going 8-0. Bruins making quite a bit of a show for themselves here on Lotus. Looking at that replay here, beautiful 3K from AKC. Just taking out everyone trying to pass him. Finishing off Cheese there with a little bit of health and finding that nice wallbang headshot on Loft Tech. And Cats finding that final elimination on Blood, finishing off 4 players left alive, might I add. That's that numbers thing. It's very much doing them a huge amount.
Yeah, this confidence is really, really essential for the collegiate scene. Momentum is easily built fast and also taken away very fast. So the second that Idaho Vandals get one round here, they can go for the 9-3 curse momentum boost and work it out in the end. But overall, I mean, George Fox is just so confident here, and Vandals need to start using those ultimate abilities. Even though it's a save round here, if they get this round, it makes it a little bit easier to come back in the end. And Stingers can be crazy to deal with. There's almost no gun quite like it, even though it's been nerfed to the ground. I used to be a Stinger-only demon, and I loved playing with the Stinger. And we're seeing now a George Fox lean towards A, and they have that thrash again from Cats. Cats being able to plant and farm those orbs. I'm so happy they took off that B main orb on Lotus. They had it for quite some time, and the amount of ultimates, Phoenix ultimates, every ultimate you could think of was on that bomb site, was very frustrating as a player. And now we see Cats get an early pick on a cheese. It's 2.
On Blood, did see Zombie step by drop for a second, trying to clear that top area, but it seems like Scanless might survive trying to go through drop there. Seeing Loftek take some damage, but get that first kill on Adam Avenger. Scanless finding another on AKC, Cats and Lightning, finding one on Zombie and Loftek, and Zombie finding that final eliminations for some raise on raise action. Going 0-9 for the Bruins.
Still doable, and if not, there's still map 2 for the Vandals, and that's genuine. Like, sometimes you just need that mental reset because the momentum is so strong. And maybe that pistol round, I mean, again, so attack side of this map, although it wasn't GFU's map pick, it's still one that's very much so in their wheelhouse. And I told Zombie, I said, you gotta rock that Zero Fang Vandal. That's one of his best ones, if I do say so myself. And so it worked out in their favor. They're getting really confident here. And again, the Vandals now have 4 ultimates. They need their IGL to start calling around these ultimates because they've had Thrash and Omen ult and Fade ult for 3 rounds now. That's essential that they need to be talking about it. And, you know, me as an IGL back in the day, I always thought to myself, if I didn't use the ultimate the second I got it in 1 round, that's another ultimate orb I don't have for later. You want to use these ultimates, although it's telegraphed, you want to use them when you get them, and just, you know, they're ultimates for a reason. They can shift the game crazily. And now we get into this next round, though. It's another shift towards A. George Fox has been loving this A bomb site. Will the Vandals be able to adapt here?
Seeing some gunfire as George Fox goes through tree. Seeing the snake bite there, blocking off A main. Adam Avenger trying to get some from the smoke and finding Cheese as he tries to walk through. Very important kill. Zombie finding a very nice shot on Blood. AKC also taking out Loftek. Now Zombie takes out Adam Avenger from the A main area. The numbers disadvantage is going to mean numbers to GFU here. Zombie slowly looking up at Lightning, playing an upper unknowingly to Zombie. This guy's just slowly trying to move up into A main. The rest of GFU has the site surrounded. An incredibly important defense. Scanless taking out AKC from tree, but not being ready. Unfortunately, getting an animation diff by Zombie as they try to throw that nade out of tree. GFU going 10-0. Are you still not sure about that 12-0 there?
I do not want to say it, but they are looking really confident here from both sides. I mean, we're seeing Cheese still take some aggression, which I like to see. I don't like teams playing super passive. I want to see the Vandals take a main pressure again and maybe even flank quickly towards C and just try to get a little bit of confidence built up. It seems like their coordination isn't as it should be. And again, now we have 4 ultimates from the Vandals. We have 4 ultimates. Showstopper's back online, and we've had some of these ultimates since they used Showstopper last, and so it tells you how much that they're kind of playing a little bit nervous, not really knowing what to do with their ultimates. So Cheese really needs to call those. Zombie doesn't have the Showstopper online. Goes down, though. Traded out by Cats.
Oh my. Okay, very quick interaction. Those initial picks from the Vandals, taking out some GFU players. Very important. However, are they going to be able to finish what they started? Do see some of the Bruins at low health, and that could be very important for the Vandals that they try and make their counter C offense. It's kind of weird having to play offensively in a situation like this. GFU is very good about getting on site, locking things down, putting things in their favor. Currently, it's working very, very well. See, 45 seconds left on that clock. Spike still isn't down. And we're still trying to see if we can stall the timer out. Scanless is hiding in the smoke and A main here. Not really sure where to prepare for a fight.
They're definitely nervous about this Showstopper from Skinless, as Spike is still not down, but they know there's the default spots they'd have to be aware of.
Ooh, Scanless taking out Adam. for the trade against Blood. That's an AKC out of CT, seeing AKC get that spike down.
I'd like to take a listen at George Fox's comms here as it's a 2v2 spike down situation.
One enemy remaining.
Nice. I flashed him too.
Yeah, I can flash bomb as well. Hold on, I'm gonna wait a bit. Flashing now, he's pushing,
Oh, he pushed me.
And now it's a 1v1 situation. AKC versus Skinless. Who's gonna win? Nade out and a perfect timing.
The animation diff. AKC taking out Scanless as he tried to throw a nade. Two
Last round
rounds
in the half.
in a row now. It's not looking great for the Vandals. Scanless, I'm sure, is a little in his head right now. Seeing that replay there as Scanless tries to go for the spike, throws that nade. AKC swings around the pillar, takes that nice clean headshot on him.
Not to be, enjoying some copium or anything like that, but I've genuinely won this game having won 11 and then going on to attack and winning the game. So
That's true.
if I can do it with how detrimentally bad at the game I am, I think the Idaho Vandals can genuinely still pull this off. They just have to lock in, win one round, pistol, win the bonus. I mean, there's only 3 check marks if you think about it. You got to win pistol, the bonus,
And Scanless was
and then you
able
can
to find
scale
that
up.
first pick.
Yes. And Zombie still has that ultimate from Idaho Vandals. Please just use the ultimate, Zombie.
I'm still confused. I don't know if they're waiting for full team ults kind of situation, as Loudtech has been waiting a little bit for their Killjoy. Do see Lightning taking out Zombie, Scanless taking out Lightning for the trade, but AKC taking out Scanless for the follow-up. Finally seeing that Showstopper coming out, taking some damage from, on Loudtech. Zombie trying to play around, watching AKC take out Loudtech should be enough to get that spike down onto C site.
Spike planted.
Have the feed ult and the blind coming out from the Vandals, but Zombie hiding in the corner, taking out Blood. Cheese takes out Zombie. First kill of the game, by the way. Might be trying to listen in here. Getting some damage out on AKC. They're trying to run away.
Yeah, the top.
But we could see the teleport in action.
That's right.
Oh!
Hey.
The crazy
Oh,
flick
that's
of
so fucking
AKC on
shit.
Cheese! Finishing out the first half,
Switching
12-0.
Match point.
And I just want to mention again, as much as you highlight the duelist player of Zombie and Cheese, especially Cheese when they IGL, George Fox University Esports is AKC. He's the highest rank on the team, and again, he is the clutch master that I know and love, and so it's cool to see that they've been consistently in 1v1, 1v2, 1v3s even at points in time, and they're clutching it out. And now is the time for George Fox University to maintain that momentum, that confidence, and see how this A main looks. But Vandals Esports stacking towards the C bomb site, but Adam Adventure and the Killjoy to delay with Molly's alarm bots and swarm grenades. This early A main aggression taken just by Raze and Gecko, though. They're ready for this attack onto the C bomb site.
Something that's super important to also take note of is that double controller setup being run by the Bruins is so OP, I will say. See Cheese and Lightning swing Waterfall, find that first pick. Adam Adventure, AKC, oh my god, quickly wiping out most of the Vandals. Just Blood playing on its own here. Adam Adventure's playing at 10 health outside of the smoke, but we have AKC taking out Blood to finish first map. 0-13 for the Bruins. I'm a little in shock there, I will say.
I'm a little bit in shock as well, and I just cannot wait to see how this next map plays out. 13-0 is crazy, and you see a little bit of the shock on the Idaho Vandals team, as we've competed before, and that was like a 13-5 last time, so they're a little bit in shock, but I saw the energy erupt in the arena from the side of George Fox Bruins. They are just so happy. Every round that they win, the energy is there. And so I hope to see that from the Idaho Vandals next map. And it should be Icebox, which is George Fox's map pick. But nonetheless, we'll take a look at, we'll take a little break here on our end, get some bathroom breaks on your side, get some pretzels, whatever you need to eat as a snack before we get into the map 2. We'll be right back in just a moment.
what you gonna do? Tell me how you wanna play. You can bring it on, you can bring it on, show them you can make it through. 나의 속도가 돈이라면 벤 미 더 세게 괴롭혀봐 나는 rain on me 다가서면 뱅뱅 전부 걸어 게임처럼 너의 고개를 떨굴 때는 댄서니 모두 몸에 걸어 눈이 빛나는 걸로 전부 걸치고 난 이 노래는 것들일 거야 발밑에 쫓아와도 너는 절대 못 껴 넘어질 배포도 없는 애들은 no 따라오지 못하는 건 내 알바가 아니지 그래서 the voice not my type 아니 거리동이 틈에 판이 바뀌지 이기는 건 당연하니 cause my type 시시하게 겉으로만 판단하겠지 웃는 얼굴로서 좋게 잘 봐 날 멍청한 애들이 여기 차고 넘치니 바가게 써니 목소리 내못 가 느리게만 보여 눈이 핑 돌아가는 놈들을 한 곳으로 모여 참 we ride 머리 위로 투 그래서 이거 누가 대신에 money dance on a private jet 여긴 닿을 수 없는 곳 올려 넣어 bus 하늘 위로 떨어지는 나를 느끼 like demons 자식 나고 기는 것들은 전부 천했지 왜처럼 증오들은 나의 밑거는 꽤나 좁아져도 눈의 시선은 어느새 풀려 숨죽여 Hey you better you turn when I pull up Can't slow me down, down 나 끝없는 ride 멈출 수가 없잖아 안돼 고소히 망설임 없이 주사 위로 여전히 예상 못한 곳으로 향하지 like we to go 속도가 돈이라면 밴 소미 더 세게 괴롭혀봐 나를 rain on me 다가서면 뱅뱅 전부 걸어 게임처럼 너의 고개를 떨굴 때는 댄서니 모두 몸에 걸어 눈이 빛나는 걸로 전부 걸치고 난이 노리는 것들일 거야 발밑에 쫓아와도 너는 절대 못껴 넘어질 배포도 없는 애들은 no 따라오지 못하는 건 얄바가 아니지 그래서 the boys not my type 아니 거리동이 틈에 판이 바뀌지 이기는 건 당연하니 cause my type 시시하게 겉으로만 판단하겠지 웃는 얼굴로서 저렇게 잘 받아 멍청한 애들이 여기 차고 넘치니 바가겠어 네 몫을 내못 가 짜증나면 질러 I don't let me cool at least night to night girl들만 불러 money on the fool I'm a boss be or shiro 뭐든지 다 내게 cruise 말했잖아 내가 뱉는대로 내가 다시 look told you myself I'm so bossy I'm so bad I told you myself I'm so bossy I'm so bad I told you myself I'm so bossy I'm so bad I told you myself told ya 느리게만 보여 눈이 핑 돌아가는 놈들을 한 곳으로 모여 참 we ride 머리 위로 투 그래서 이거 누가 대신에 money dance on a private jet 여긴 닿을 수 없는 곳 올려놔 bus 하늘 위로 떨어지는 별을 looking like demons 자식 나고 기는 것들은 전부 천했지 왜처럼 증오들은 나의 밑거름 꽤나 좁아져도 눈의 시선은 어느새 풀려 숨죽여 Hey you better you turn when I pull up Can't slow me down 나 끝없는 ride 멈출 수가 없잖아 I'm that oh so hero 망설임없이 주사 위로 여전히 예상 못한 곳으로 향하지 like we to go told you myself I'm so bossy I'm so bad I told you myself I'm so bossy I'm so bad I told you myself I'm so bossy I'm so bad I told you myself You can drive me crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Middle of the night, you just do it right. Temperature is rising, you got what I like. You got what I like, you got what I like. Tell me like you'll never leave. You're the only way I believe. And I need you next to me. I can drive you crazy. Tell me what you like. Middle of the night, I can do it right. You know I'm not lying. I got what you like. I got what you like. I got what you like. Tell me that you'll never leave. You're the only way I believe.
And map 1 being a little bit rocky on the side of the Vandals, but we're going to turn it around, are we?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I was in the conference room for a post-round kind of interview kind of situation. The players are still surprisingly very, very confident, even after that rough loss in the map 1, and feeling a lot sure. And again, it was more like stage nerves. Again, as you said earlier, we traveled a long way to get here. This is some of our first times playing in a setting like this, and kind of getting over those nerves and breaking yourselves into the setting of the competitive environment is going to be incredibly important to finding some success in map 2, where we go on the Icebox.
Map 2 Icebox, and I don't know quite yet if they're attacking or defending for the side of George Fox, and same with the Vandals. But again, we talked about ultimates. That's the thing that they need to be pressing, that ultimate keybind of X or whatever their ultimate abilities are for the Vandals. But again, there was the entire map, we didn't see a Thrash from the side of Vandals. That's very, very upsetting for everyone involved. And so I want to see more Thrashes and that, the Rhino Goldfish that he is. We want to see them involved. And then also, again, lurk timings, we need to be watching out for those on the side of Vandals. Again, 3 people potentially lurking when we're in the double controller situation. And I can't wait to get into some more action here. And Sorry again for some little bit of confusion when we were talking about both of the zombies. We're going to start referring to Stupid Zombie as Stupid Zombie instead, because of that diversity of, they have the same name after all, so it's a little bit more difficult. But let's take a look at these beautiful human beings on our screen here. We got George Fox on the top portion. They were really, really confident, and they were really, really happy, a little bit too happy sometimes when they were, doing their debrief. And I hope that the Idaho Vandals kind of wipe a little bit of those smiles off their face and show them how good that they can be, because we've seen how clashing they have been in the past.
And even so, I wouldn't say it's the setups that are causing an issue. It's more of just a situation of like, well, when we're back into a corner, go figure. I play in a corner, but I don't know. But I'm sure that what was truly the issue was like they found a lot of choke points. That was definitely something that was being discussed in that room. There were a lot of choke points, a lot of bases that they weren't covering. They did go over the ultimate thing, and they weren't even sure why. Again, it mostly just boils down to nerves, something that they plan to address in this next map. Now that they're broken in, they're a lot more comfortable. They're prepared to not go 0 points in this next map. And they have some strategies that will hopefully work against the very, very strong Bruins for sure. Very, very tough competitors. Very much deserve to be in this finals tournament here, and I'm kind of excited to see how things are going to go as we go in Icebox.
Yeah, and as we get into Icebox as well, I want to also mention, when you get swept like you did in a 13-0 situation, the players typically prefer that. Genuinely, I've talked to a lot of pro scene players, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and they say that you can kind of glaze over that and just move into the next map. If it's a really close overtime match and you lose, that hurts the feels a little bit more. And that's what you kind of mentioned, right? In their like little locker room, conference room talk, they talked about how they kind of just stopped thinking a little bit, and then also they just kind of let it happen to them, and now they go into the next map. They're going to be a lot more confident and a lot more excited to take on this next map of Icebox. And again, we're going to get into agent selection screen, and we will be able to see how these team compositions play out. Typically, again, George Fox on that double controller composition with that Gecko, but sometimes Gecko isn't played on Icebox. It's usually the Sova or a KO or something along those lines. It'll be interesting to see what they play. What have you been seeing the Vandals play?
From Icebox, I like to call it the plat comp, because it's very much like Cheese is actually a map that we see Icebox is a map that we see Cheese play Duelist on, because they like to swap in between Duelist and Initiator at some point. This very much a jet map. This is how you play up from like top B or something like that.
We'll take a listen on to the Vandals here, and we will see how these players have been talking up. I know you guys want to listen into these beautiful voices.
Straight hard into B or A.
Yeah, what do you want to do, Wes?
I want to hit B hard.
So are we droning it, and then we just go after? Like you dart, and then I can dash up?
I can dart yellow. They play yellow. They usually play yellow with KO and Jet.
Yeah, that's fine. If you dart it, and then I'll dash up, I'll like sit there for a sec, and then maybe you KO.
So let's pinch them.
We don't have to.
Like,
we don't have to.
We throw Viper Wall, and then we pinch yellow. We pinch yellow hard. Like,
okay.
Yeah, like.
Here in our Vandals, very much preparing for this next map. Again, even still keeping spirits positive morale very high, even after a devastating loss as such. But some very kind words from Wayne is that game did not happen. We didn't even want the map anyway.
Yeah.
So we're going in, taking it like we're 0 and even, and hopefully setting us up for a bit stronger round going into map 2.
Yeah, map 2 again. I'm so excited to take a look at this beautifully glorious map that is Icebox. It's been some of the most alternated map, in rotation. It's been changed consistently, but that A site seems to never change. No matter how many times they change the map, all they have changed is the height of that green box and that has been it for the A-bomb site. But for B, it's been crazily countered, and I like that we kind of heard a little bit of Cheese's comms there and the side of Idaho Vandals, and they're kind of building a strategy towards this B-bomb site. And I think George Fox typically stacks a Viper and a Killjoy there, so you got to be a little bit careful of those mollies. If you have a Sova, you can shock dart those mollies and only have to worry about the Viper Venoms there. And again, I cannot get it underway here. Hopefully they went pistol, and that'll be that mental reset that Idaho Vandals need to maintain composure here. And now we're going to take a look at the lineups here. Adam Avenger, AKC Zombie, Lightning, Cats. They're all on the similar composition we've seen. And like I mentioned, those flashes from Adam Avenger are going to be crucial for Zombie taking space. And then on the side of the Vandals.
Now, seeing pretty much the same comp across the board, only seeing a couple differences. Again, that double controller setup from GFU, and the initiator difference from the Vandals and the Bruins, where we're choosing to play Gecko, as where the Bruins are choosing to play KO here. I'm a KO main myself, so definitely have a little bit of bias there, but I do see where both Agents Util have some advantage over another in a situation like this.
And as we get underway here, we see that information immediately gathered by Adam Avenger. 4 people suppressed, and now they know where they are, and that's a lot of A main or mid pressure. Loftek gets a pick on the AKC. That's a big momentum boost.
Playing together, it's like a short little bomb. You still see some playing in pairs, but they're all trying to group together, and I feel like playing in mass like that is going to be a little bit important as they move on. See us playing offense here, seeing Wingman jump up. Cats getting that first kill on Cheese and Zombie, but Scanless dropping down from Raptors, finding a nice one. Blood finding Zombie, Lawtech finding Lightning and Blood, finding Adam Avenger. The first round they won all series.
That is their first round they've won all series, but you can see how excited they were in the arena. They immediately leaped out into their seats and said, at least it won't be another 13-0. And so they're really confident. And again, Pistol is what won us last map. And so, and again, that third round bonus as well. But we talked about, you know, we heard them in the comm structure, and they said they want a hard hit B. They got heard B. They got that big pick on AKC, which is that top frag from George Fox. They're now aware of, and they're going to make sure and put them down as much as they can and not play too afraid. And now George Fox taking early A main pressure with this Omen near site. No drone needed. They know there's a lot of people sprinting behind them, and now they want to go towards this B site. Lightning is there with a classic in hand. Will they be able to make anything happen here, or just go to the grave?
You see GFU slowly pushing up, still playing classics as normal. Cheese finding that first kill on the Lightning as the Vandals start to get the spike down. Cheese finding a second for himself on Cats. Something I remember that they were talking about was preparing for mid push. They were anticipating the Bruins going for a very hard mid push as they tried to play B. And that's exactly what I was expecting. You see Cheese getting quite a few, Blood getting quite a few, Loftek finding that last one. And finishing off with a flawless for that second round, playing for their bonus now in round 3. Bruins finally having a chance to make some ground in this first half here.
And now it's going to be another attack round from the side of University of Idaho Vandals, and they've built this confidence up. And I want to take a look at, you know, Loftek here. Right, they have that Guardian, everyone else has Spectres, and they want to hard hit this site and play retake. That's what initiators are good for, playing that post-plant utility. Sova and Gecko, I love the composition from Idaho Vandals more than I like it from the Bruins. Although double controller is strong, it's not the strongest on defense unless you get picks, and that's Cats with a big pick.
One on Scanless from Sova, not even able to get that recon bolt out. 'Tis fine, it seems like. We're already preparing for it. Some of us playing in the A building, some of us playing over by mid.
I'd honestly like to take a look at the comm structure from George Fox here, as it's going to be really, really good to make sure that they make this occur and happen this round.
We have knife. We have knife.
Where should I knife?
Knife B.
You should just do it again. It might be yellow.
Nice.
That's dead.
That's A? Yeah, probably
Good is A.
Wanna rotate.
Yeah.
Nothing B, nothing B. We're rotating,
Nothing
we're
up
rotating.
yet. There's at least 2 here. Last one's unknown.
Two mates.
Yeah.
Triple mid.
Yeah.
Good backup. Good backup.
Wait,
take
I
a
would
backup,
say-
but
I
I
would
think we
say-
just. He's mid. He's mid. He's mid.
30 seconds left.
In two. Wait, Jet, can you go B? Can you go B, Jet? Yeah.
Oh shit.
They crossed in orange. Wait, one's in two. Can we kill two? Nice, two nice.
Type flash.
AJ cross, she's orange. Okay, they're B side for sure. Yeah.
Spike planted. Thanks, Wings.
Were they both? Wait, dropped.
Mid.
One mid. Can we smoke bomb?
Under.
Helen mid.
Yeah, smoking bomb.
Last player
Mid
standing.
dead.
Let's go.
There.
Let's
go. Good round.
Let's go. Good
job.
Very nice. Wow. Huge round from the Bruins. Finding that first on their horse there.
You don't deserve my invention.
Definitely a great start. Finally forcing competition.
Yeah, this is a good round to get from George Fox. And you see how they need to be on their toes when it comes to positioning because of those lurk timings. Now, as much as they've lurked, they can get lurked on because they're on the defensive side of things. And now, George Fox, not an operator quite in the hands of Zombie yet, but still has an outlaw, which can be instrumental, especially if he headshot them. But this next round, no ultimates quite online yet from both teams, but again, that third round was what GFU needed because they saw how last map, it was crucial to them 13-0, and now they're underway here. Both teams, full utility and full Vandals in hands.
Seeing that initial push from the Vandals, GFU properly in the right position. Vertical play is a huge asset to taking good defense on this map, which is why you saw AKC over there on top of the box for a second, having dodged away. Wingman is going to successfully get that spike down. So far, with no competition, seeing a couple shots come from Raptors, come from CT, but so far, have the Vandals playing out of sight. Now, Loftek finds that one on Adam Avenger. Cat's going for the trade. She's taking out AKC. Blood taking out Cats, and Zombie taking out Blood for a second trade. Cheese taking out Lightning, though, putting the numbers in the Vandals' favor. And Cheese taking out Zombie. Some nice jet-on-jet action, and finding that third point for the Vandals. Going 3-1 now. Feeling probably a lot better.
Yeah, they're feeling a lot better now, and I genuinely, as much as I want George Fox to win, I'm so happy the series is becoming really competitive here. You see Zombie get a pick on top of 410 there, but it's not going to be enough. 2v3. I don't like that ultimate from Idaho Vandals, though. They opt to use that Thrash, but again, as much as I don't like that Thrash, I'm glad they used it.
Yeah. And I think it's a pretty much a full 180-degree pivot from last map. They realize now it's like, as soon as we have these ults, we need to make some kind of use of them. And I don't personally prefer the Thrash usage either in that situation, but at least, yeah, you're right. Like, at least it was used, at least it was utilized, and although they may not have an opportunity to use it for quite a few rounds here, still some opportunity for some big plays to be made even without ults.
Yeah, without ults. But still, you have the displacement ability from the Omen. Blood gets a big pick onto Lightning, though.
And the Vandals are able to get that spike down with the Wingman. Fortunately, playing off-site in the way that I personally prefer that they play defense, able to kind of just play out of this box. Now, Cats is going to find that nice pick on Cheese. See Zombie trying to swing yellow, taking out Zombie. Oh, stupid Zombie. Scanless finding Zombie, a 3K on Cats and Adam Avenger, and no, AKC is going to take out Loftek. He's pretty much on his own trying to get the spike down here. Getting at 22 health. Not in there just yet, but seeing Blood and Scanless go for the swing. Take out AKC in another round for the Vandals.
That was a save round from George Fox, though, and so although they lost it, this is the round to take a look at. If you lose this round, you're going to see a quick timeout from the side of George Fox, and so you want to make sure that you're very well aware of this. And you see Zombie close to the Blade Storm and Lightning close to that lockdown. Two very essential ultimates. And again, also Loftek close to that ultimate, and Skinless. You know how detrimental that Hunter's Fury can be on a retake. George Fox going to look to use a lockdown on a retake situation. Hopefully able to get a pick first, though, because they don't have it quite online yet. Vandals also have that. welcome to my world from the Viper, and now we see a default towards the A site. They like this A site a lot, but they've been shifting back and forth fairly well between A and B, but post-plant and retake is the name of the game for the Vandals, and so George Fox needs to utilize some sort of aggression here, and they are! Zombie and Adam Avenger. Adam Avenger for 3!
Oh, kiddo, then. Now Zombie was able to find those 2, and somehow the numbers still aren't looking terrible. See Zombie going through green, trying to make their way over to B site. Doesn't know they're exposed. Is probably gonna get shot from the back from AKC there. And that force round coming into their favor, finding another point for the Bruins. Now going 2-4 here.
Yeah, 2-4, a little bit nicer from the side of George Fox. They were happy to see that occur. I would have liked Stupid Zombie to plant a little bit deeper, maybe play mid, because there's so much uncharted territory. You want to play aggressive in a 1v2, but again, that weird timing where it's like they're trying to position for that mid, interaction, but then there's one snowman just lurking, and AKC just, God-given talent when it comes to those timings, it looks like. Now, Vandals Esports has 4 ultimates online, GFU just with those 2, but that's a lot of denial of that with that KO ultimate.
For sure. Seeing the Vandals slowly try and make their way up, knowing they have to take this in a bit of a different direction. Do have some ults on the ground with both Jet Kunai on the field here. But as we get the defense down, we see that Viper ult come out. We see the Killjoy, the ult comps that I feel like we were waiting for back in map 1.
Indeed, and I want to take a look at some comm structure here from either GFU or Vandals. I don't have any use of either, doesn't matter either way, but I need to hear this.
Yeah, it's here.
I don't have knives, 1 sec.
Oh, he timing Raptor 1.
Right click me. And two under health, Raptors.
Nice.
Play off each other.
Nice! Let's go! Let's go! Sir! Yes, sir! Let's go! Good shit.
Oh, I'm so good!
Bro, GFU.
I love that confidence now from Idaho Vandals. You were not hearing that before.
A lot more confident on the stage, or I guess in the lane that they're sitting in over there.
In the arena. And now GFU, though, on a save. They still have some ultimates online, but not quite as many, as there's so much time delayed from the side of the Vandals, right? They used both the Viper's Pit and the Lockdown, and there was not quite enough ultimates utilized to deny that from the KO, right? The KO popped the ultimate, but not enough denial, because both those ultimates being able to go down. And now, a save round from GFU, but a nice spot for Zombie. Does he get one? He gets one, and then detained.
Almost walking straight into the thrash. Gonna be some nice kills for both the Vandals and GFU. It's a 3v1 fight on the board here. Scalis is gonna find Cats as they try and go in through screens. Another point on the board for the Vandals, feeling a lot stronger here on the field. Once again, I do see a lot of the same strats coming from the Bruins. Same kind of lurk strategies. You see Zombie holding this corner under Nest and finding a pick as one tries to drop down. And it feels definitely like we're a lot more prepared for some of the tactics that the Bruins were throwing at us that were taking us off our guard from that point.
I want to see a little bit more confidence from George Fox. They're playing a little bit passive, playing for pretty much allowing them to plant, and I don't think that that's a good strategy for this team that they're playing into right now. But now we're seeing the Viper's Pit from George Fox taking some space here, which I like to see. But now Stupid Zombie and Vandals, they're going to be pushing towards the space, but they have all the Gecko utility to do so. Wingman in a nice spot, and again, George Fox could play for retake for either site with this lockdown. They're playing from mid-control. Cats TPs aggressively away. A nice shot. AKC gets 2.
The issue here with playing against the Viper ult is that definitely the vision advantage is in the Viper's favor, It's kind of like early smokes, just in 360-degree field of vision. You're able to see your opponents before they can fully process that you're there, and that ends up being definitely in your opponent's favor as you try to progress through the round. But it's not deterring the Vandals in any sense. Playing in a 2v, well, now 1v5 situation here. Adam Avenger taking out Blood from Spawn, and Cheese still fortunately playing on full health from Green. Definitely being held from a couple different angles. Zombie taking out Cheese. And another point on the board. Flawless victory from the Bruins.
Yeah, Bruins again, like I mentioned, you gotta get aggressive. If they're stacking 5, which you've been consistently seeing from the side of Idaho Vandals, you want to be able to pincer them, which we saw from Adam Avenger and AKC utilizing, or sorry, Cats using that ultimate, and then AKC being able to play in that playground of my world from Viper. And then again, I want to talk about how essential that operator is from Zombie. We talked to him, or at least I talked to him early on, and he said, I don't care what they develop on Icebox, I'm just going to operator them, and as much as they can gather, space with both Gecko and Sova utility, I will still op them, and that comes down to nothing, right? They just get revealed, they take some space away, they know Zombie was the operator here, and they're deciding to still take space. Will they get one though? Not gonna happen. Lockdown online from the defense side of George Fox, and Skinless takes down Zombie.
Now, seeing a couple trades go out, or 1-for-1, Scanless taking out one, Lightning taking out Cheese, and Lofttech taking out their KO. Now, oh my god. That's the majority of the Vandals that are stuck in that Killjoy. Fortunately, hiding out of sight, being able to escape, but still don't have that spike down with about 50 seconds here left on the clock.
I like that proactive ultimate usage from Lightning, right? A lot of people reactionarily throw it down when they plant, but if you throw it when they're already on the bomb site, you're going to get those detains, which are so nice to delay. Now there's 30 seconds remaining. It's anyone's game. Lightning for 3. On pace for an ace. Will it occur?
Scanless taking out Cats. The 2v2 across the board. Lightning taking out Zombie and Scanless for the ace. A great round for the Bruins. Now going 4-6 against the Vandals here.
I like this confidence I'm seeing from George Fox. That ace from Lightning. They have developed such a confidence here. And let's take a look at this. Again, that lockdown. When you see 3 detained, even if they're not detained anymore, you're just so confident as a Killjoy. Nice positioning here. Gets another one. Spams through the smokes and repositions. There's 1 HP and a dream from Skinless. They go down. That's a 5-piece ace from Lightning, and now 4-6. That lead looking a little bit slower and not as strong, and now Idaho Vandals on a save round here, but still this map is a defensive sided map, although Zombie gets 1.
From Yellow playing with the op in normal jet fashion, finding a second on Scanless. Continuing to hold Green for anyone who may be pushing up. But Cheese is going to take out Cats as they try and push a little bit forward. Is going to be weapons for him. The rest of the Vandals are looking to play A here. Gecko playing with the spike. Slowly moving up in the screens as they run away. But Adam taking out Blood. Zombie taking out Adam for the trade. But will there be enough time for them to get the spike down? See Wingman coming out from Stupid Zombie. He's looking to clear screens and doing so successfully, taking out Lightning.
Toxins going up.
He's taking a bit of damage from AKC through the wall there, having to back away and seeing that Snakebite come out from rafters just to try and clear anybody who might be sitting on that box.
I'd love to take a listen in on the comm structure for George Fox or either team here. 2v2 situation.
Oh, another
Nice shot, Zombie.
That
was beautiful, Zombie.
I gotta go ahead. Good recovery,
Thank you.
I think we need to be careful with
Good timing from Zombie there, leading into another round for George Fox, and this is looking pretty good from George Fox, but I still want to see 6-6 because of how defensive sided this map can be. How many rounds that University of Idaho Vandals, and again, the op shots. I talked to Zombie prior to the map, and all he was saying was, I'm going to pull out the operator here on Icebox, and so it doesn't matter what they do, I'm going to shoot them once in the body, and you're dead.
Now, we'll say Icebox is another one of those. It's a weird standing map for the Vandals. It's a map that we're confident on, but obviously does have quite a few holes that we struggle to play against sometimes. And Jet with an op is certainly one of them. Something that we saw the last time that we played against GFU, and maybe got a little heated on stream thinking about it.
Yeah,
but
it happens
see that
to the
Hunter
best of
Fury
us.
coming out. Did see Zombie pinged with the dart there, and the Thrash coming out for the ult combo from the Vandals, trying to push GFU off of the site so they have time to get that spike down. Seeing the shock dart come out, seeing the Killjoy on site. She's finding that first pick from Adam Avenger there, and Loftek getting that spike down for the Vandals.
Now I really want to listen in on the comms from Idaho Vandals for sure. This round is essential for them to stay confident. Skinless gets a pick on the AKC though.
And
Raptor.
on the map, try to
Raptor.
Let's go! Flawless.
We'll take that.
Flawless. These guys don't have nothing. They have nothing.
Nice up. Switching sides.
Alright, let's go.
A huge end to the first half from the Vandals, going 7-5 in the lead, taking a 2-point gap here against the Bruins. As you can hear, feeling very confident about their performance from that last round there.
Now GFU, they really need this pistol round. Again, I mentioned consistently how strong this map can be on defense, but the Vandals, they have 2 initiators. They'll want to play for retake most of the time, and George Fox, they don't have a Gecko or Wingman to plant the bomb. They have to do it consistently into potential mollies, Viper mollies, and Killjoy mollies from the side of the Vandals, and I'm excited to see how they really attack on this B-bomb site. But looking like a default from George Fox, they're going to look to utilize the space creation of a KO with flashes, and Zombie taking space here. Doesn't get nearsighted, but they still have yet to pop dash. And it looks like they're going to take some space onto the A-bomb site here. AKC needs, or Cats needs this pick to be able to take this A-bomb site, and Vandals haven't budged an inch. Both teams ready for anything.
I think something that the Vandals have certainly learned from the last map is that they need to be very careful about how they play defense. Can be very fast to rotate sometimes. They either push too fast or too slow. Do you see Lightning get that first pick on Loftek in the mid area, letting the rest of GFU make their way onto A. Another kill from Zombie onto Scanless. The rest of the Vandals are trying to play in from rafters and screens. She's finding one on Adam Avenger, and Blood finding one on Zombie. Now Cat takes Zombie, AKC takes G's. Blood finding 2 in just a 1v1 situation, and unfortunately getting taken out by AKC. That's the pistol round for the Bruins. Oh, sorry, oh my god.
Big pistol round for the Bruins there, but they're not quite tied up yet, and this is the round to potential tie it up. I would really like to see them build into this confidence. I like that run and gun with the classic there. Cryostasis, ice cold from GFU there. But Adam Avenger, we've seen how confident they can be on the 3rd round with that Guardian, and we're now seeing a lot of George Fox players. I mentioned that to them prior. I was like, that 3rd round, Bulldogs and Guardians are going to swing it. And now we're seeing George Fox utilize that to its full capacity. Really good job from both teams here.
Now, interested in kind of seeing how this goes. You see Lightning with the 3 now with that Guardian playing on 21 health. The Vandals are trying to push up through A. Meanwhile, GFU is getting that spike down on B. Have some of our players playing through kitchen, some of our players playing through mid. Obviously not the round that we're expecting anything too exciting to happen. Are seeing most of the Vandals playing with classics.
Yeah, I definitely want to take next round to listen in the entire round of the Vandals to kind of see how their comm structure plays out and really give you guys a full picture of what it looks like for both teams, shoutcasting or IGLing and things of that nature. Send Classic in hand.
Yeah.
They can always do something with this from the side of the Vandals. 1v5 though, it'll be very difficult for it to occur.
Are seeing our players from GFU go for the save. And that's 7 across the board for GFU and the Vandals. probably feeling a little bit better seeing those numbers even there.
I definitely like that even number, and we talked about it prior. I was like, I really want this map too to be even and go overtime, and we're on par for that, but it may not happen. But I'm still wanting both teams to play out their hardest. I'm seeing a lot of higher level play from both teams. I didn't think that George Fox could play any better, but they're playing better although the rounds are this close. And so let's take a look at the comm structure from the Vandals Esports here and see how this next round plays out.
Smoke mid. Yeah. Does it cover my turret? I think so. They orbed under. I'm gonna play headshot.
Yo. Nice trade. Nice trade.
They're back up. Back up.
Get out, get out, get out, get out. Yeah, we saw that. We saw that.
Kitchen mid.
Nice.
Nice shot, nice shot.
They're
Where's that gun
they're
at? Where's
playing
that
for B.
gun
They're
at?
playing for B right now.
It could be up kitchen. It could be up kitchen. It could be also here. I'm backing up. I'm going back here.
I'm gonna reach our kitchen.
Yeah, we probably need to.
Josh needs help.
I'm gonna go kitchen. On it.
I'm done.
Close. Up A.
Good trade.
I have another.
You have dirt, you have dirt.
Planning. I think it was both. I don't know. It is. He's putting. I'm 1 HP. You have all util, Josh. You do so do you, Adam.
Scanning ahead.
You have drone. Play together. You guys have flash.
Yeah, one some message.
Deploying drone.
Oh, BL.
One
Still top.
enemy remaining.
Nice. Let's get maze.
Towards 10.
We need to get to bomb. Get towards bomb. He's gonna be left side maze.
One enemy remaining.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
He did not deserve
Good
that.
comm structure from both teams there, but Cats pulls it out, and that's again how double controller can be so instrumental when you play slow. A lot of lurk timings affected. They didn't even know they were on the A bomb site until it was too late. Good trades though from both teams, and then Cats for 4.
Do see the Ruins taking this lead here. Feeling very confident. Do see Cats finding its last 2K. The other Vandals playing with the last inch of their life, as well as Cats playing on 30 health there.
I would like to see a little bit more aggression from the Idaho Vandals here. They're playing a little bit confident, but not quite building the confidence they need for those clutch scenarios. If you don't get an early fight, then you'll be a little bit lazier when you come to aiming. Good flash though, but it doesn't matter. Blood gets one. GFU trades it out.
Spike down B.
Very, very fast engagement. Most of GFU is already down. Now Lightning does take out Loftek. But Cheese and Scanless are still alive here, still having an opportunity to play. See the Firebolt coming out, looking for anything that could be going on in the spawn area. And mostly knowing to play it careful. They have the spike, don't need to play it too aggressive. See a pixel of Lightning's model through the doorway, knows to go for that shot, and finds that nice kill to finish out the round. Once again, even with actual even numbers this time, from a joke that we tried to make a couple rounds ago. But no, seeing 8-8 across the board, keeping competition tight, seeing the economy a little bit more in the Vandals' favor, but still kind of rough across the board. Seeing we're a little bit at a stalemate, going back and forth in between rounds. Looking at the replay here, Scanless finding this last kill on Lightning to finish off that round there.
Default from both teams now. George Fox getting scanned from Skinless, and Zombies exceptionally low. And one thing to note out is this operator in the hands of Cheese. 2-piece, and now leading into potential round win. Don't want to curse it though. Vandals looking clean now.
Now listen, Cheese knows that Zombie isn't the only person in the server who is aware of how to use Jet with an op. You know, it's Icebox. It's like tradition at this point. But they've spent a lot of time making sure that they're very prepared to take these kinds of fights. See Zombie taking out Lightning from B. GFU is kind of in a tight spot, obviously. Now, AKC does find that one on Cheese, but through the hall window, Blood taking out AKC. Some nice Viper and Viper action. Will say that hall window is probably the best change that has happened to this map.
I agree. I agree completely. I like that halls change. And again, because GFU is playing for these lurk timings, they're dry peeking a lot of corners. And so it's going to be very essential that they figure out how to play a singular KO, a singular initiator into an op. Vandals had a little bit of that confidence because they have double initiator to push out that operator from Zombie, which occurred immediately. Once they realized that Zombie was opping, they droned him, they threw Dizzy at him, they threw Wingman at him, they threw all these utilities, and George Fox doesn't have that. They have the KO, which can knife, deny that dash potentially, but not a lot of other things. Now a mid push, stupid Zombie for 2.
Blood finding that third on GFU Zombie.
One enemy remaining.
Cats taking out Scanless and Lofttech, finding that cleanup on Cats with the KJ turret. He's playing with the last inch of his life. And Lightning taking out Lofttech. Seeing a lot of agents kill each other here. It's kind of interesting. She's still playing over Lightning once again in a tight spot. Having to try and clutch this up for GFU. Would like to see the comms from, or hear the comms from GFU, if we can, just to see kind of what's going on across the call here. Complete silence. Here, very focused. Nice. Embarrassing interaction from Stupid Zombie, we'll say, but Cheese does clean that up. 5 health left, taking out Lightning. And taking that 2-point lead once again. Now seeing the timeout come from the Bruins, yeah.
That's one thing that I've noted that I literally was thinking to myself, if they lose this round, this next round is crucial. That's going to set the pace of the game if they're going to go overtime or not. They got to work really, really hard in this next few rounds to even out the odds and then go into overtime or win it out from George Fox. And so I was like, I'm waiting to say this. It's going to be a timeout. And then boom, it happened right away. And so I can't wait to see how both teams kind of figure out this footing. I think from George Fox's side, again, like I mentioned prior, they need to deal with Cheese's op. This is something that has been consistently getting them now the last couple of rounds. The only reason why that they have a lead is because those early picks from Cheese. And he's rotating the op well too, which means you have to play together as a team, flash those corners, those default positionings, and get them out of those immediately picking positions. And so what are your thoughts? What do you think that Vandals are doing well so far?
Well, so far, well, they're actually anticipating lurkers.
Yes.
So we'll say that again. Stationers from map 1 weren't really on their most vigilant behavior. Definitely cleaning up a lot on that now. I kind of just told him when I was in there, I was like, hey, just 2 of you looking at everyone's backs at all times. They're definitely doing a much better job, feeling a lot more confident on that front, as well as just like finding important kills, finding certain anticipatory movements from GFU. Again, seeing those mid pushes almost as soon as they happen, knowing the calm, finding that timing on rotates a lot better, but could see this round turn a lot different. See, Cheese finding a 2-piece with the omp from spawn, but we're also seeing the KJ ult come from the Bruins. They're also seeing the Viper ult come from the Bruins. They're trying to take this round. It's going to be very important for them to do so if they want a chance at trying to survive map 2.
Yeah, GFU was looking to basically fake B with his Viper pit and then go A late depending on picks. So they don't have the spike. They're trying to get a spike back. They don't even know that they have it from the side of the Vandals. It's very nerve-wracking for them, but they still have to find a way to pick it up, and they're going into an operator. Adam Avenger flashes and gets one of the off tech. Now they get 2. They can pick up the spike. The Viper's pit still down. I like that aggressive play from Chiefs, but it's a little bit of an overheat now. 3v3 situation. It's anyone's game.
Very, very rough situation. Would like to hear some of the comms going on from the Vandal side, seeing they're in a very tight 3v3 situation.
I think you should just get that Sobalt off at him. Yeah, I'll ping default for you. Or they're gonna be main. This is default. Alright, you got this, boys. Mandar yellow. I think that's yellow, yeah. Use Dizzy, use everything. Oh, Mandar into this.
Standing ahead.
Oh, close, right here. Pop the rest. Yeah. Yellow. There's no time. There's like no time. You guys gotta go now.
Play it safe.
Save, yeah.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
That's it. I think we took way too long to do that.
Yeah. Are you serious?
Despite the flop from the Vandals, still a very well played round, we'll say, and a very important round for the Bruins, finding that nice win there, trying to tighten the gap in between the scoreboard there, and hopefully leading them maybe into an overtime, maybe into a lead that wins the map too.
Yeah, I like that early pick from Cheese. They got 2 early ones. It's like the prod lineup where they dash early and then get early picks with that operator. I like that confidence, but then there's the overheat. And this is what I like to see from Cheese, right? The early pick and then falling off, playing retake. But the 3v5 went in the favor of George Fox. They didn't set themselves up for a good situation, but they made the most of it. Now Adam Avenger gets one too. It's traded out 2 for Adam Avenger.
That op is now on the ground, and a tough competitor on the field might be what GFU needs to take another round, hopefully tie this back up. Get the spike down onto A site. Meanwhile, we see the rest of the Vandals trying to make their way back over, slowly rotating, preparing for plan. About 30 seconds, no, 35 now on the clock. Seeing that Killjoy come out from the Vandals to push GFU off of the site, this is the game-turning move that might take them a second lead. Loptech taking out Cat, Loptech taking out Adam Avenger. Lightning still playing in a flank spot, but Zombie's going for that defuse now with Wingman. Lightning taking out Loptech, but Wingman is going to finish it out! And Blood finds that post-round kill on Lightning. But Blood and the other one on AKC as well for the money. Definitely going to be a little bit important in taking that 2-point lead now. Obviously feeling very confident, hearing some very proud cheers from the Vandal side over here. But also just knowing that that might be what they needed to carry them into the next couple rounds here.
And that's that one thing that I don't like to see too often is that you have mollies on the spike. Unless you know the timings really well, you should have that alarm bot on there as well. Especially because if they get in the range to be able to see the mollies, they're going to break them every time. It might have just been one of those shock dart situations where they threw a shock dart down, but nonetheless, George Fox on a save here, but the Blade Storm is going to be the deciding factor here. George Fox taking a lot of space here, trying to get the bomb down in a different spammable spot. Mosh goes down, but the spike is now down. George Fox, 5v5 now situation. Blade Storm in the hands of Zombie. Will they be able to solo here and clutch it out and bring it to 10-11? We shall see here soon, but this is a tough situation. Lurk timing, Lightning gets one.
Very nice swing. Having to play against Blood and finding another one. Now Cheese does take out Zombie, but Adam Avenger takes out Cheese for the trade. Zombie takes out Cats with the Guardian there. It's got Ruffle Bands both sides, but Scanless taking out Lightning. Adam Avenger playing on a classic here. Could be what they need, although the Vandals aren't able to get on Spike. See Zombie trying to go for the defuse here, going for half. Adam Avenger finding those last 2 on Zombie and Scanless in another round for the Bruins.
And as I said, Blade Storm was going to be the defining factor, but it's the 100 Thieves classic in the hands of Adam Avenger with a wall bang shot that does like 11 damage. And it's still the round to defeat. And now it's only down 1 round from George Fox, and that was a thrifty. We see a classic in their hands. That big lurk timing from Lightning getting 2. The suppression, knowing that Wingman cannot be on the diffuser now. It's a real human being in game, of course, and now classic headshots, wallbang, and a round for George Fox.
These kinds of plays are exactly why I love playing KO. Like the combination usage of his util in tight clutch situations like this is super awesome to watch in higher play. See Lightning take out Cheese and Lawtech take out Lightning for the trade in mid. And you have the rest of the Vandals trying to play up through mid. Have Lawtech at kind of low health, Zombie in a similar situation.
They don't want to give this Vandal
uncontested. Seems like they're gonna get that spike down. Now Zombie, oh my god, Zombie and Cats finding a couple kills. It's just Blood, I think Blood, on his own.
Sen Classic though.
Flexing that Sen Classic, buy the Sen bundle. With the right click, Blood taking out Zombie through Kitchen, taking a gun, and knowing they need to play this fast, pre-firing almost everything. This is the kind of diamond gameplay I'm here to watch. Now, kind of in a tough situation. Now, AKC does whip every shot on Blood, but Adam Avenger does find that nice HUD shot on Blood and is able to bring the game back up into 11 even situation.
That thrifty round really leading into a save round from the Idaho Vandals, and now it's an 11-11 tie. And again, AKC whiffs, but Adam Avenger avenging his fallen comrade there with that whiffing. And now Lightning has that lockdown online, one away from the Sova ultimate though. The Hunter's Fury can deny that if they get a pick here. I like the lineup from Blood there. Very essential to be able to deny that presence towards B, which George Fox has been loving to go B as of recently because of that operator at A. And now a default setup. Lockdown online from George Fox. Will they be able to get Wingman to plant? They don't have Wingman.
Push off from the Vandals. AKC successfully getting that spike down. Still doesn't find anything, but it is okay. Still defending pretty well. Now Lightning does take out Lofttech and Scanless through mid, but is fortunately going to get traded out by Cheese. Technically is still in. Oh, GFU's favor, but Blood finds a nice 2. Cheese is able to tap the spike. Cheese taking out Cats. Blood taking out AKC! And bringing us to match point thanks to Wingman, our beloved Wingman.
Our beloved Wingman indeed. 11-12, still doable from George Fox, but guess what? Vandals Esports has 3 ultimates online, and they're very strong ultimates. Lightning started that round with, again, 2 picks, just like Cheese did in the prior rounds. A 3-against-5 situation, which would typically be favoring that 5 players. But every time so far, it's been a reverse moment where both of those players have been shifting around. And so I'm excited to see how George Fox plays out this next round. We'll take a listen in when it becomes a post-plant situation again for you guys at home.
Now, very tough climb from the Vandals, of course, coming from last map. But the mantra reset coming from our players here is almost spectacular to watch. I would like to hear their comms. This is a very important match here, or important round. Could be the point for the Vandals, could be what takes GFU to overtime.
Could be pushed. Mid. Omen hit 80.
Don't worry too much about the mid guy.
Alright, let's go.
We can get Wingman on bomb as fast as possible.
I can dart. Are you ready? Starting. Smoke's fading.
I'm popping my ult. Let's go.
It could be tuck Jan.
I'm mollied him.
Mid.
Try to get Wingman on.
80 Viper.
Get Wingman on.
Fuck, I got spammed.
You have a dizzy.
Defend Wingman.
Above. Left side.
Wingman's on.
He's still on it.
Yes! Let's go, boys.
Fucking go.
Scanless finding that last kill. Sorry, I did not know I was going to be on cam. That's my bad. But Scanless finding that last kill on AKC, even finding against that Viper ult, and finding the point that they needed to take map 2 after a devastating loss back on Lotus.
Yeah.
I remember what we played.
you already put it in the back of your mind. You're like, forget about it. And so I am so happy that's how map number 2 played out. Both teams playing out to their heart's content. But I want to say, as much as I want to give one of the Vandals players the MVP of that match, it was Wingman. Wingman was the MVP there. 4 rounds, they got Diffuser off, while only 1 or 2 of their members was left alive. So really good job from the Vandals there. Map 3, though, going to Sunset, not very many people's favorite map, but I can't wait to see how both teams play on it. I haven't seen Idaho Vandals play on it for quite some time, and I haven't seen George Fox play on it for some time, so it'll be a little bit uncomfortable for both teams, but I'm excited to see how they play out this next match, and we're going to take a little bit of a break here from our side. Thanks again for watching, and we'll be right back very, very soon.
Show me what you're gonna do.
나의 속도가 돈이라면 벤소미 더 세게 괴롭혀봐 나를 rain on me 다가서면 뱅뱅 전부 걸어 게임처럼 너의 고개를 떨굴 때는 댄서니 모두 몸에 걸어 눈이 빛나는 걸로 전부 걸치고 난 이 노래는 것들일 거야 발밑에 쫓아와도 너는 절대 못 껴 넘어질 배포도 없는 애들은 no 따라오지 못하는 건 내 알바가 아니지 그래서 the voice not my type 아니 거리동이 틈에 판이 바뀌지 이기는 건 당연하니 cause my type 시시하게 겉으로만 판단하겠지 웃는 얼굴 어서 저렇게 잘 봐 날 멍청한 애들이 여기 자꾸 넘치니 바가게 써니 목소리 내못 가 짜증나면 질러 I don't like being cool 랠리스 night to night girl들만 불러 money on the fool I'm a boss be or hero 뭐든지 다 내게 cruise 말했잖아 내가 뱉는 대로 내가 다시 look nice Told them myself I'm so bossy I'm so bad I told them myself I'm so bossy I'm so bad I told them myself I'm so bossy I'm so bad I told them myself
told ya 느리게만 보여 눈이 핑 돌아가는 놈들을 한 곳으로 모여 잠위 ride 머리 위로 투 그래서 이거 누가 대신에 money dance on a private jet 여긴 닿을 수 없는 곳 올려 넣어 bus 하늘 위로 떨어지는 별을 느끼 like demons 자식 나고 기는 것들은 전부 천했지 왜처럼 증오들은 나의 밑거름 꽤나 좁아져도 눈의 시선은 어느새 풀려 숨죽여 Hey you better you turn when I pull up Can't slow me down 나 끝없는 ride 멈출 수가 없잖아 안돼 소리로 망설임 없이 주사 위로 여전히 예상 못한 곳으로 향하지 like we to go
Told them myself I'm so bossy I'm so bad I
Aren't you forgetting something?
As you all know, macroeconomics is very difficult. If you don't have macroeconomics, this marks the battle for push off the spring of day. Just watch. And if you
Nice. Oh, hey, sorry about your girlfriend, man.
Who?
We've been #1 in the world now in global LED sales for several years running, corporate, government, broadcast. But now we see this explosive application, this brand new opportunity called virtual production. It's a brand new space, it's so dynamic, it's evolving so quickly. And so the technology's there, and our intent is to get as close to the people who know what they're doing as possible so that we can be as responsive as possible to enable the market. It's familiar to us. It reminds us of the broadcast world 10 years ago, where they were taking a hard look at LED. And so we work very closely with the leading
Welcome back again. I'm PT Loser. This is Navigator, and we've been working out these streams together. And thanks again for everyone tuning in. We're going to go a map 3. You know, after seeing that 13-0, I was a little bit nervous that it wouldn't go map 3, but I'm now so thrilled that they took map number 2 as much as I want GFU to win. Map 3 is good for the fans here. And so map 3, Sunset. GFU starting defense. It's a fairly attack-sided map. You must be a little bit happy here on the Idaho side. How do you feel?
Listen, I didn't explicitly say this, but we've been practicing Sunset quite a bit.
Oh, okay.
It's been a while since we've actually played it for a competitive match, but we have been preparing strats for it, preparing plays for it. It's still a little strange, you know. It's no icebox, I guess, but I'm still excited to see how we play on it. We're gonna be seeing Cheese actually play Fade on this map.
Okay.
And a lot of other kind of close range encounters. Wouldn't be surprised if I'm seeing Omen or Viper played by either the Bruins or the Vandals, as they play really well for Omen in a way, like playing as a weird controller initiator combo with that blind to lead his teams into fight, and Viper for controlling sites, since you have the giant pillar on B sites, and A sites like small enough to hold control with the Viper ult there. It's could be some interesting comps from both teams here. I'm not exactly sure what to expect, but I know it's going to be exciting nonetheless.
Yeah, and the teams are loading up into the lobby as we speak, and we're seeing some fun from George Fox's side. It looks like we have a Breach and a Cypher, and it'll be really fun to see how those play out, because again, that Breach stun A main on Sunset, a beautiful experience to be had. And as we take a look at some of these cameras, the players are a little bit excited here. I know I saw some, not frowns, but neutral stances from George Fox's side, and I saw a lot of smiles from the Idaho Vandals side, and a mental reset nonetheless from both teams, making sure that this map goes their way. Because I haven't said this quite yet, but it's a best of 3 series.
Yes.
So the next map, no matter who wins it, wins the entire playoffs match and is crowned the victors of Nace Starleague. And so this is a big deal now. This is the last map, and they're starting attack side. I'm really sad to hear that. But again, George Fox, really excited and ready to take on the next map. The Breach is going to be essential to see how this plays out from George Fox. I cannot wait to get into the action. They're still loading in as we speak, but any more thoughts about Sunset?
You know, it's Sunset. Which is really all I can say out of respect for it as a resident of myself. Actually, I've grown a stronger like. I used to not like it too much as a KO main. He works really well in certain situations, but I've seen how comps have evolved and how they're being presented here. It's pretty much the same across the board with the Gecko, Cypher, Raze, Omen, but the only pick will be that initiator pick with the Vandals once again opting for that Gecko, and the Bruins going to Breach this time.
Yeah, the Breach is going to be essential here, and then again, the Fade. I want to say I'm smiling from ear to ear right now, although you guys can't see it on stream, because I did not like that Cheese was on Duelist. They were making a lot of problems for George Fox with an early picks with operators and things like that. So that they're now on the Fade again, we saw how kind of interesting it was on Lotus, to say the least, and so maybe they shook it off and they're going to be a little bit more confident now that they played Duelist and then went back onto the Fade. But I think that Breach versus the Fade pick is going to be essential here. Now a default towards this aim main presence. Zombie on more of a lurk timing, going to break that door into that market location. Blood with that Sen Classic again. Pretty handy with it. AKC does not quite hear a tripwire. There's going to be a kill trip towards the mid of site. AKC going to take some confidence here. But George Fox going to try to pincer these market players. No plant quite down yet, and Mark Door's not broken yet as well. George Fox does have the ability to plant Wingman, but it's in the hands of AKC on the Omen. And now the near side on to play there, and Adam Avenger gets one. Zombie with another.
Cats finding a third for the Bruins and leading GFU onto the site for that plant. Now, playing in a tough situation here, do see Zombie at low health, but Scanless here trying to lead their team out of Boba. Kind of tough trying to peek around this corner, see if they can find anything. Could be taken out once again from an animation diff. Do you see the Dizzy come out, Sting Cats, but Adam Avenger is going to take out Scanless, Zombie's going to take out Adam, and Lightning is going to take out Zombie for the trade in the first pistol round of map 3. Again, very tense, ladies and gentlemen.
I have led you guys astray as an audience. It looks like George Fox started on the attack, and now I am smiling from ear to ear because of how instrumental both pistol rounds have been. The first pistol round of the game, George Fox won that map. The second pistol round of the game, George Fox did not win it, and it went into the favor of Idaho Vandals. And now, this first pistol round goes to George Fox. It makes me a little bit happy because that's been the consistency so far. If you win pistol, you win the game. As a average Twitch chatter, that is what they spam. They just love to spam GGs in chat the second that a team wins pistol round. And now we look like a default here from George Fox. They don't want to give Spectres or Bulldogs or Guardians into the hands, or it looks like a phantom from Adam Avenger here. Stun coming out towards elbow. And now they're going to take a lot of space here onto the A site.
Most of our Vandals trying to play off for the most part do have Stupid Zombie and Lofttech playing offsite here. And Blood. Ooh, Cats and Zombie rolling them down. Blood, Scanless, Zombie all taken out. And Lightning taking out the last two for another, or not another, but a flawless round for the Bruins.
And not only that, but again, like you mentioned, the flawless. Anytime you see flawless on your screen, no matter the circumstance, that's a big deal. That's all those rifles saved, and guess what? When we press tab here, there's 2 rifles in the hands of George Fox, and they're just bonus rifles. They're not necessarily rifles that they purchased to force this round to be a bonus, so that's going to be big impact here, and Lightning building that confidence again on Cypher. But there's still 3 Spectres in hands. They have to play a little bit slower here. No ultimates quite online yet, and we see Lofttech taking some space here. Will they be able to get a pick on the AKC? No.
Do so successfully, or I guess Cheese would. Playing off of Lofttech, seeing that pixel behind the box.
Find you.
Taking out AKC. First kill of the 3rd round. Vandals playing on their force here. Adam Avengers seeking out Blood from top mid. Unfortunately, a panic spray coming out from Scanless, and Zombie taking out Scanless with the Spectre. Should be a gun for him if they're able to get past this area, but Zombie, Stupid Zombie, is holding the area very tightly. He's taking a couple shots, I think, from Zombie. From the back there, GFU is able to get the spike down.
Let's take a look, listen in here to George Fox's comm structure. 4v3 situation. They're in the lead based on numbers.
Flashing. All three. Nice. Nice. Oh my god. Let's go. Good. So good.
Big confidence from Lightning. Getting a 3-piece there, and they're not even lurking on Cypher quite yet. So we see the Vandals Esports team expecting to lurk, playing a little bit slower for it, and George Fox just playing together for that 3rd round. We love to see it, and I'm hoping not for a 13-0, but it's looking nice and confident from George Fox so far. Nice flash from Adam Avenger as we take a look at this replay. And the double flash, the dizzy peek, and although Lightning gets blinded, they just hold that left click, and then look at this confidence and just the slight jiggle peeking angles that they have here. Now mid pressure. Skinless gets one on the Zombie though.
Have the rest of the Vandals trying to play out the mid. Seeing that clear come out from Breach.
The trail being followed.
So far, not a whole lot of movement, but Lightning could be seeing some nice kills there in tiles, taking out Lofttech. Scanless taking a 1-for-1, taking out Cats, Cheese taking out Lightning. Adam Avenger finding a 2-piece on Scanless and Cheese, and that's another one spotted in or outside of tiles. Some shots out. Hearing the wingman come out, trying to clear tiles. Meanwhile, Adam Avenger's playing outside. Blood not expecting Adam to be there.
Oh. Nice from Adam Avenger there. Gets the 4-piece, although it was a save. That is still instrumental to maintain this momentum that George Fox now has, up 4-0 in map number 3. I like those early pressures though for mid control with that Bucky getting 2. Really good job from the Vandals there, trying to make the most of their limited buy. And now, not quite any ultimates online yet, but we are close to Stupid Zombies and Adam Avengers, and we know how detrimental a Breach ultimate can be, but also how cosmetic it can be at times when you see they're fully ulted and still one-tap you. Very disappointed at times, but early info now, and again, another default from George Fox.
Seeing GFU slowly lurk through mid. Not making any sound just yet. Having to play against these smokes. Is some information as they get that trip down. But walking straight through, another one getting tagged by that Dizzy. Lofttech finding a nice 1, and 2, and 3 in Market Cheese, finding the 4th on AKC. And Cheese finding the 5th on Lightning, a flawless round for the Vandals for their first point of this half. Once again, that's after their force round, or I guess their eco, whatever you really want to call it. That's going to be rifles for the whole team, and hopefully a rival to their economy, to their wallets there.
Really good eye from Cheese there, getting the 3 revealed, and then Loftek just gets to jiggle a little bit here and there and then get those headshots on point. Good phantom usage and good spray control. Now George Fox still up 3 rounds though, and they have that Breach ultimate online, but they do have the Nightmare from Cheese as well. Both ultimates very much so in a similar pattern where you use it to initiate control and space. Either team on full buys here. Zombie trying to see if they can get a pick off mid, but it's not going to look like they're peeking it whatsoever. They usually put a trip there and ignore it for the most part. George Fox opting to keep Spike towards B main. They're going to look like they're going to end B main here though, although Lightning gets a pick onto Skinless at A.
Blood slowly trying to make their way out of tiles. You can see the rest of the Bruins trying to make their way onto A. See the breach ult clear most of sight. Zombie, unfortunately, having their crosshair a little bit too high there. Being taken out by Ruined Zombie. Now holding a crazy angle that I don't think the Vandals could expect. We do see the Prowlers come out. Do see Blood try and walk out. Lightning does find one. Cheese finds one. And another. Through that area, but unfortunately they aren't able to fight against that angle, almost like a brim wall type situation up there.
Yeah.
And that's going to be another point on the board for the Bruins.
Really good job from the Bruins there. I like that Breach ultimate utilized, even though they're up a pick. And then this positioning for Zombie, essential for them winning the round. Although he can't hear anything, so that way he's kind of jiggling back and forth all these different angles because of the Nightmare. Really good utility usage, flushing out of that smoke with that nade. He wanted to play in there a little bit longer, but not quite able to do so. I like this setup from Loftek, though. That's why they are avoiding the B-bomb site and trying to go A as much as they can. But Breach is the best initiator to clear out A, other than Gecko, which they have both of on the side of George Fox. George Fox has the Showstopper and the Thrash now able to be utilized, and one away from Skinless's Showstopper as well. Cypher ultimate, if they get a pick, to toss the sombrero and say, hey, how are ya? See ya, in just a few moments, but they have to get a pick nonetheless to get that activated ultimate. Stupid Zombie playing CT, a nice jiggle angle for information. Showstopper online, not able to get one, but site control is theirs.
Wingman out on the site. Love Wingman. Once again, star of the show.
I would love to take a listen to the Vandals' comm structure as this is a 5v5 retake. Crazy shenanigans about to happen.
Mid, yeah.
Good nade, good nade.
Close. Elbow. Cypher mid. Oh no. Main.
140.
Not Cypher main.
Two main. 140 main.
Both weak.
Last player.
Let's get one!
140. Oh, bro. Oh my god, if I had a Vandal, like...
Don't be afraid to use your ult. I know.
Rough now, but good ults on the board for the Vandals, and could see a massive round coming out of them here after this timeout. I do believe the econ is a bit of a weak spot as well, and that could be a rough position for them to be in after this timeout, but could see how things go from here. Again, it's not about what happens after the timeout, but when the plan is actually important to be executed.
I completely agree. And one thing to note is, again, that comm structure from the Idaho Vandals. We talked about them being 1 HP consistently, and then you see the nade in their hands. It's very unfortunate because the only thing that Lightning can really do there is try to get a timing, and the timing only occurs if they have utility in hand. And so opting to throw that secondary nade, I know it's impossible to get a raise once they have that secondary nade, not to throw another one. But unfortunately, they go down to Lightning. Really good timing from the Cypher. Overall good round. But again, I want to talk about what Idaho Vandals are talking about in their timeout. They're probably saying, we're playing a little bit too fast, or they're not playing fast enough. Their timings are a little bit off when it comes to retakes, and they're kind of rushing a little bit, but they have a lot on the clock to kind of work with. They're taking really, really fast and then leaving open room for those lurk timings. They're able to play really aggressive timings. Now, again, those lurks being a detriment to their overall standing. But as we get into this next round, Vandals for ultimates online, and that's what they mentioned in the prior round. They said, you have that ultimate, you can use it. And so it's good to know. But now George Fox playing slow here. They know it's on a save round. Stinger in hand of Cheese. The IGL and typically Duelist Dominator gets one. AKC trades it back out.
Scanless continuing to hold from elbow. Doesn't seem like the Bruins are going to continue moving through main. All good. Seeing a nice little confrontation happening from Boba and Cats. Unfortunately, Loptech unable to hit their shots with that Sheriff there. Again, play on that save. Oh, all right. Adam taking another one. Out on blood, I believe, and Scanless playing through tiles. Now, AKC, along with the rest of the Bruins, are going to take that B site control, and this is where things get incredibly difficult. You see Breach probably with their clear. You have Omen probably going to be playing with the smoke when the Vandals push on.
One enemy remaining.
Zombie, though, taking out Stupid Zombie, and Scanless taking out Zombie for the trade, but playing alone with the Stinger.
The Stinger, a deadly weapon in anyone's hands. And now Skinless upgraded to the Vandal, though, with that pick. 1v3 situation, if they're going to be able to clutch it, that would be instrumental for them building some confidence up here. But it's looking like a save.
Yeah, we might not take it. Could be to our benefit here. Obviously, having a rifle in hand after this, especially since I think this next round should be a force. Where this is probably where we're going to see these ults come into play. It's probably where we're going to see some huge momentum come from the Vandals. Maybe another point on the board, maybe a couple more. Definitely depends on you know, how things play out from this point forward.
I honestly want to see a little bit more aggression be main. Although GFU is not hitting the site all the time, when they are hitting it, they're clearing out the space. I know Breach can be very frustrating with that aftershock and things like that, aggressive B main, but they still have to try to take some presence here because of how attacking sided it is. Those early picks are instrumental, and although Cheese is not on an operator agent, the operator in their hands is still really deadly. So you might want to try to build some economy towards an operator here from other team. GFU Zombie gets that resmoke. They're playing in it. Is Idaho Vandals ready for this ultimate? They are! Gets a pick on the AKC.
Trying to connect on that hunt as well. And the blind. Now, Blood takes out Adam. Cats finds a trade on Blood. So far, Cheese is ducked back along with Loptech into market. Holding for Boba. Unfortunately, not being able to hit their shot. Zombie taking out Loptech. Oh, crazy movement coming from Zombie with the satchel into market. Now, Scanless once again.
Spike planted.
In a tight situation here. Alongside that Gecko. See the Marsh Pit coming out as UI slowly makes their way out of Boba in market.
One enemy remaining.
Zombie. Oh, and Cats finding another one. That is rough. Again, not seeing the ults come out, but we do see a full team of ults from the Vandals. My bad. I thought we did. I looked at the screen wrong. But still, they're probably very close to that. Taking a look at that replay. Some very awesome action from both sides here.
I like that Zombie took a little bit of that lurking role, as they've been pretty aware of the Killjoy, the Viper, and the Omen lurking timings from George Fox and prior maps. And so now Zombie able to take a lot of space with his team and then go for those pincer angles, disrupt the team there, and then thrive off that Vandal aim that they can do. Vandals do have a lot of ultimates online though now. George Fox not really having anywhere close to the amount of ultimates that Vandals have, but they have the aim. Lightning, lighting up that kill feed. AKC as well.
It's a panic situation here both kind of faltering to a panic spray kind of situation there. Do see Stupid Zombie come across Zombie, try to get a shot on, but Zombie is able to evade there. Lightning taking out Blood from CT and taking a bit of damage from Scanless up there, having a runaway back with the elbows. Cats finding Zombie now. Fortunately falling from that Dizzy, but Zombie going for the trade, taking out Scanless, and it's not looking too good here. 1-9. The Vandals unfortunately have to keep buying, have to give themselves an opportunity to maybe go 9-3 here or 3-9 from their perspective, and maybe make a bigger dent in the scoreboard next map. Or not, sorry, not next map, next half. There we go.
Yes. Next half is going to be essential for the Vandals, though. Again, like I mentioned, it is very attack-sided. That is why George Fox has as many rounds as they do. They still haven't really adjusted this map at all since release, and so a lot of these maps have been fairly attack-sided, and I like this aggression mid. Cheese with one from that Stinger. The Mosh coming out line here as well.
Seeing UI already move, making additional moves out of the B area into mid, in through tiles, trying to see if they can clear into A. Do see Cats find that one on Scanless once again. Playing from the flank. Not exactly sure how this is going to go, but do see Lovetech get that nice kill. Cats finding another two again, playing from the flank. Seeing that Fatal come out from Cheese, Lovetech taking out Adam Avenger as they try and come in to A site. But also seeing that Thrash come out, trying to peek AKC, but unfortunately getting taken out. Now this could be an incredibly rough situation for them. Lovetech's gonna try and peek this, but unfortunately AKC is gonna take him out, and that's 1-10 for the Bruins.
Last round in the half.
Vandals definitely need this next round to stay in this game, and George Fox utilizing no ultimates that round, and yet they won it against 3 or 4 ultimates from the side of Vandals there. Again, beautiful aim from Lightning here, getting 1 and then 2, falling low and then waiting for Cats' alert timing in this previous round, and then this nice shot from AKC. Expecting that the Cypher doesn't stick it, at least to half there. Really good confidence there. And now the last round of the half. Anybody's game still. Cypher Ultimate and Showstopper, they're going to probably press really hard into B, and as I say that, they are doing so with the Showstopper. Will they get a pick, though? No.
Slowly seeing the Vandals trying to figure out a solution to a plan diverted by GFU, having the site mostly locked down. Do you see that Omen smoke coming out of Boba there? Having some of the Vandals try and market. AKC knowing to hold that. Adam Avenger finding a nice one. Zombie and Lightning going crazy. Now Blood does eventually find a trade, but Cats taking out Blood, and that's 11-1 for GFU. Not looking too good in this first map, but not 12-0. Going into this second half here, hopefully the mojo is resetting. They have an opportunity to bring it back despite being down so low. Just look at the replay here. Blood was in a kind of nice situation, finding 2 for himself, but unfortunately not able to finish the job and get taken out. That ends in another point for the Bruins.
Good job from the Vandals there. Still able to maintain some confidence here. They need this pistol round and win bonus, though, to stay in this game. George Fox, if they win pistol, they're going to be on a really, really strong setting to win this next map. They're going to look to default mid here, though.
We'll say that that gap is got to be intimidating for the Vandals. I know big point gaps for me anyway. Definitely make me a little scared. Would like to see the comp structure from the Vandals, how they're trying to talk about that outside of this two-piece from Zombie on Blood and Lovetech.
2.
I missed, you missed.
Yeah, but they're gonna peek you left, right side. I'm blind, I'm blind.
One enemy remaining. Spike
Nice.
down A.
Those should be the B players.
Both teams very cautious here. as they know that cheese is good for these clutches. 1v2 situation for cheese. They need this round more than ever. The pressure's on. Will they turn that carbon into a diamond?
30 seconds left.
Slowly try and make their way onto site. That camera's not in the right place. It seems like Cheese is going to start on that plant. Get it. Oh, whiff. At the last millisecond could be detrimental. Is going to try and flee in the elbow.
Will they pull out their gun in time? They do. Will they? Oh! AKC with the round.
That was so unlucky.
Now a 12-1 lead for George Fox, and that's going to be a force buy from the Vandals. It's going to be light shields and stingers or full shields.
All we have to do is win 11 in a row.
Sheriffs.
Yes, it's okay. We can.
They need this round more than ever, but they still can do it. George Fox, though, they had the camera for information. They knew that they had to be towards A, so that's why the lean and this positioning was huge for them.
Let's go. What do you want to do?
They do need to force this round, and we hear that in the comm structure, though, now.
Honestly, I don't really want to go B. Actually, they might predict it. So, and I don't want to lurk because I want to have all 5.
I'll lurk. Oh, fine.
Yeah. Hearing some more of the game plan from the Vandals.
Cypher's set up here.
Slowly going to make their way into B main. Knowing the play against that Cypher setup. Yeah.
The nade breaking that trap wire as they move into the site. Good angle from AKC, not quite doing it though. 4 eliminated from GFU's side. They can sweep this back. 4v1 now from Cats. Cats, can they do it? Gets a nice pick onto Loftek. Cats goes down.
Oh, and Scanless with the Bulldog takes out Cats for another round from the Vandals. That, I mean, I will say, not having taken a round until then is gotta be rough. The Econ's in a weird spot right now for both teams. We're gonna be seeing GFU mostly playing classics and Zombie playing Sheriff in hopes of finding a couple game-changing picks there. I gotta see. The tension is incredibly high across the board. The Bruins right on the horizon of victory, and the Vandals still technically having a shot at having a comeback after such a hard first half.
Now the Vandals gets the bomb planted from yours truly, Wingman. Dizzy getting some information. Lightning goes down, though, gets some good essential damage onto the Vandals players, but it's not going to be enough.
She's finding another 2 in the last for a third on Adam Avenger for another point. Now technically in their bonus. I don't know if you'd consider this a bonus because, like, in the 1-1 situation after the half, it could be a little bit rough. You could see that the energy across the board right now is kind of neutral, you know, it's still struggling after that first half and knowing that they're going to have to pretty much force and lock in every single round if they even want a chance of bringing this back to overtime.
Yeah, they would need to bring it to overtime, and it's going to be 9 rounds in a row for them to do so. We do see Skinless close to their ultimate. They're 1 away, and then GFU having Thrash in 2 ultimate points away. Blood has a nice lurk mid here. If they're able to take some space, it'll be nice. Zombie for an early pick on the Blood, though. Taking a lot of space now towards mid. The trap wire is going to get him. They're going to slow down their pace. But 5v4 situation, it's not looking too good.
It seems like Stupid Zombie is taking some inspiration from Zombie, but it's not going to work. Oh, but still could work in the Vandals' favor anyway. Do see the Fatal already coming out. AKC taking out Cheese.
1 enemy remaining.
Adam Avenger from behind. Loftek taking out Adam Avenger for the trade, though. It's just Loftek having to make this work.
Last player standing.
Taking out Cats, but AKC finding that last kill on Loftek, and unfortunately taking the last defuse and finishing out the series 2-1 for the Bruins.
Bruins win 2 of the 3 matches, and this is the last replay cut, wingman on bomb, and now AKC wins that, and that is map number 3 going to George Fox. And still a hard-fought battle. It doesn't fully represent how close this match was, especially on map 3, but congratulations to George Fox. Thank you guys again for showing up, and a fantastic showing from both teams. Really good first in-person LAN tournament. And thanks again for all those that were watching. We appreciate you guys being in chat, being positive and nice, welcoming both Idaho Vandals fans and our own. Thanks again for everyone here at George Fox. We will see you guys next time.